Oh, thank you. That's what I
That's
needed.
usually the easiest way to find where it is. I
Okay.
mean, you could totally Control F, find, type in Raider, but I'm pretty sure in the Nightmare Kingdoms you'll get lots and lots of hits for Raider. They're not
Okay.
actually the class.
So classes Raider 79. Okay.
Well, I was going to say 69 just to be funny. That might have actually been useful.
Yuck, yuck,
Well, it
yuck.
would have been close. Okay. So that's the Night Witch, and the Raider is right here. Oh, it's actually on 80 for the Raider. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Remember,
you
the
add a page.
PDF will have like 3 or 4 pages.
Yeah, so 4th level I get a +2 to my ability score improvement, it says.
Yep.
Or you can do a...
Or you
How
can
do I
take
do
a
that?
feat. Or you can take a feat, yeah.
Which,
that
didn't you want to take the dual wielder feat so you can use your axes as dual wielding?
I do want to do the boarding axes as dual wield. That was my goal.
Yep, so that's what you would want to do instead of the +1 to your stats, is you'd want to take that feat.
Okay, how do I write that down here?
So, I know in Facebook I sent you the entire feat's name, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. And you would go to your character sheet on the side there, on the bottom right-hand side where your abilities are, and you would put the feat down in there that you have it. So that way you can now, in fact, wield 2 boarding axes as paired weapons.
Okay, so I have boarding
ridiculous.
axe. And you say I can port the feet over from the...
It's a copy and paste thing.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
going to have to... It doesn't port. You're going to have to manually copy and paste.
I'm sorry, guys. I should have done this. I did not realize. I don't know if anybody even messaged me.
I think there's some messages on the Skype thing, but...
Yeah,
yeah,
James mentioned it a couple hours ago.
Since not everybody's in the Facebook chat, I put it in the Skype chat because everybody's there.
Yeah,
I actually fixed my sheet an hour ago. So
yeah, me
too. I need to put the Skype chat on my phone so it gives me alerts.
Yeah.
Okay, so class features, evasive. I'm looking for feats.
So that would be, I think I sent that to you in the Facebook chat, where I Facebooked you directly.
Okay, hold on.
Or if you just go into Google and type in the dual wielding feat.
Okay.
Dual wielding feat. It comes up in Google, the Google as well. It's worth the Google.
All right, so it's 5. It's
called
what is it? 5.
Dual wielder. It's probably saying 5 for 5th edition. So there's the dual wielder feat. It's in the player's handbook. You master fighting with 2 weapons. You gain the following benefits. You gain +1 to AC when
he's
you're...
looking for something else. Dual wielder is the one that gives you armor class, yeah.
No, but what he's wanting is you can fight... Let's see. You can wield
aren't light.
2 weapon fighting even when one is... aren't light. That's what he's wanting, because that way he can use 2 boarding axes instead of a throwing axe and a throwing axe. So he's upgrading from 2 tiny axes to his 2 full-size axes.
Yes.
And you can draw or stow 2 one-handed weapons, even if you wouldn't be normally able to stow one. Eat that, all you Star Wars players with quick draw that have to take it twice to pull 2 weapons out.
Okay. So
that's why you just get a weapon that has it.
Yep.
I don't even know if I have Facebook on my computer anymore.
So I put it in Roll20 for you. It's in the it's in the Roll20 chat. Yeah. So go into Roll20 into the chat bubble after you have brought your character up.
Mm-hmm. I have my character up. I scrolled all the way down. That's the wrong window. This is the right window. Okay, chat bubble.
So go all the way down to where there's the little plus sign under boarding axe. which is kind of appropriate that you're putting that with your favorite weapon, the boarding axe.
Mhm.
Click the plus symbol.
The plus or the plus. I see.
The plus.
Okay.
Because you're adding something to that category.
Okay.
And when
And-
you click the plus, it should pop up with the name, source, and type. And if you click the chat bubble in the chat, you know you want to copy over dual wielder as its name. In source, you could put feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can basically copy paste everything in there under the player's handbook into the body of that. And you'll want to make sure that you know your +1 AC when you're dual wielding.
Okay. So for the source type, what do I put there? I'm sorry.
You can put feet or ignore it.
So source, it says feet, and then source type, just ignore it?
You can just ignore it, yeah.
Okay, and then under that is where I put the body of the the text.
Yep, because the main thing you're wanting is that beautiful second paragraph on it where it says you can wield 2 weapons even when one is not light. Because that means you can now do your axes. And if you hit the little gear, it'll change it from fillable material to a nice, cool character sheet looking material.
Nice.
And now if you click
Thank
the
you
red
very
word
much.
dual wield, everyone gets to see what that is.
Okay.
Oh, you just shrunk it.
Just like that.
Yep.
Did it come up?
Nope.
No, that was me.
You want to hit
the
when you wave your mouse at dual wield, you'll see a cartoon bubble pop up. It's the cartoon bubble you want to click.
All right. Yeah, I see that. I
There
did
you
that.
go.
Yep. You just shared it with everybody.
Okay.
And
Okay.
up at your armor class of 16, you can put a 17 in there, but just remember if you're putting your weapons away, it drops by 1.
Can I ask one quick question?
No.
No, you have to ask a long question.
All right, I'll ask a long question. So it sounds like he's going to be dual welding with his feet.
Sorry, didn't mean to cough in you guys' ears. I've had
I
that.
just kind of asked that.
He's going to be wielding with his feet, yes.
Well, he is a
Making sure I'm
troll,
serious.
so I mean,
He's going to be like Johnny K, or that was it, Liu Kang, where he jumps and does that. Woo!
All right. So besides AC and 2 boarding axes, is there anything else I change on my character sheet, like my hit points?
You're gonna want to roll a 1d10 and add that to your maximum hit points. So it's a 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier, which is a 2.
Is the 1d10 rolls still on here? Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
No, that was me.
I was going to say, look at him showing off rolling a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's the dice. 1d10. I got
there
it.
You
too.
go. So that's your now on your character where it says maximum hit point maximum. Add 12 to that number.
Oh, 12.
Yep, because you're +2 for your Constitution modifier.
I'm a beast now.
So you're
All
now up to
right.
37. Now make sure you add it to the hit point maximum at the top there, that tiny 25.
Oh,
Because that's how you remember when you take damage what the big number should heal up to.
Got it. Thank
you don't ever
very
want
much.
to forget what your maximum is, because
It's
I'll
sad
say
that the
it's
Warcaster
5.
has the same number of hit points as the Beast.
Well, you are a combat caster after all.
Yeah, that's true.
So my second wind, my action surge, and touch of the grave, is that still the same?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't remember.
The only thing that you
Okay,
got was
great.
what's on the chart for level 4. Those are the only things you add. Is if there's anything on level 4, like if you get more second wind or action surge, it'll tell you on the chart.
Okay, great. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
Okay, we can start. I'm ready.
What?
Excited.
Now we can start? That's unacceptable.
Now we can start, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Anyone know what's up with Dale? Dale's the person that's missing, I'm pretty sure.
Dale, which one's Dale?
Our gunner.
Oh, yeah, he's only been around like once, so.
Yeah, I know he had massive computer issues that killed his computer and his
Ooh, that
keyboard. Yeah.
sucks.
He said he's driving. He just realized it's Monday. Been a while. Forgot when I agreed to drive back from Phoenix.
All right. So we'll see.
It says Christopher is here, but his mic is muted. He's the captain, right?
Yep, he is your captain.
He's the one here in Oregon with me, right?
Yep.
All right, that's what I thought. Okay. He's the spirit captain. All right, I'm ready. I still don't have a cool picture on my like everybody else has a cool picture on the on here.
Eh.
I'll have to figure out how to change that some other time. But anyway, cool.
And hold on, I'm doing something else on your character sheet real quick.
Okay, thank you. Let me know when I can click over to it.
I should probably open my sheet.
You can add pictures under bio and info on your character sheet.
Uh-huh.
If you click on edit. And
I have one there, but for
Okay.
some reason it's not showing on the
So-
Roll20 part.
if you go down to where you type in, if you want to type a message or something, underneath it says as, change that to your character.
I don't know where that is. Is
Down
that
at the
under
bottom
actions?
on the right.
Bottom right hand corner, yeah.
Of the chat window where you see where the stuff is
Yeah.
in chat.
Oh, okay.
Make
All
sure
the way
you
down,
open
okay.
that up and then down where it says as, and then there's a drop down that's
thank
probably got your
you.
name.
That's awesome.
It's the quick way of changing your picture.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you very much.
I just learned that yesterday or Saturday.
It
Saturday,
looks like
yeah.
Jim just showed up too. Did he? Maybe?
Yep. Well, I've been talking to you this whole time, so I hope so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting names confused.
So on your character sheet, by the way, you have the boarding axe on the very bottom is your offhand one. So when you swing your second axe, you'd want to swing the bottom one. So boarding axe, this one is your main hander, and this one is your offhander. Wow,
Right,
those are good rolls. I don't trust the dice roller tonight.
Nice. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Galaxy. Sorry.
So under the bio cannon,
yeah.
see where it says boarding axe off?
Yeah.
That's for your offhand.
Okay. So I hit boarding axe. I do it this way.
You'd hit
and then
boarding
I do it
axe, and then for your
this way.
second attack, you do that one. Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
So
Awesome.
your weapons are all in there.
Nice.
Yeah, offhand does less damage.
Yeah, you don't
unless
get
you
your...
unless you have the other dual wielding feat.
Yep. Then it lets you add your ability modifier back into it.
Yeah.
Nice. I will attempt to mute whenever I have to cough. I'm just got over the stupid cold that's been hitting everybody, and it's I'm all free of symptoms, but I'm still coughing the stuff out of my lungs.
Ooh,
It was really bad.
Yeah, the fun part.
Yeah,
the RSV, that cough goes on for like 2 months.
Yeah. No, that's what I've got. That's why I had the RSV. Luckily, nobody else in the house got it.
Hey, that's a good thing. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
In our house, it went around for 2 months.
Oh, jeez.
So where last we left off, you all attacked the prison ship, and you managed to free your target and managed to make off like bandits with your dead man ship routine. Your captain managed to scour the other ship in ghost form, totally taking things by, hook or by crook, so to speak. He got the captain's journals and went to the ship's logs and got the location of where the other ship was scuttled and everything earlier. So you guys know exactly where the shipwreck you're looking for is.
I didn't have a chance to loot anyone after I hacked
Yeah,
them
we
pieces, did I?
kind of.
You guys definitely cut and run.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Mainly
because
because you heard a whole bunch more coming above deck at that point.
Yeah.
It was
I
the
remember
smart
now.
thing to do.
Yeah, I remember now.
I mean,
Yeah, I was
you
wa-
could have stuck around and let them have enough people to use all their
Oh,
guns.
awesome, Brian! You got a picture of Sweetums.
That's what I named my character. is
Yeah, I
Sweetum.
know. That's why I say it's
Oh.
awesome. And that's probably from Treasure Island.
It's from one of the Muppet things. I've got
Yeah, Treasure Island.
Yeah. So I've got this one for on the ship, and then this one for the other. Yeah.
Wait, how did that happen?
I just moved my guy.
Oh no, I did something.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm learning from you guys.
I learned it from you, Dad. So you guys were bravely setting out in the direction that you need on the charts. And let me double check something there.
Is it really brave when you're insane and don't know any better?
Well,
Some
is it
of us
really
bravely set-
insane when your brain is in a third state of matter? I mean,
Yeah.
My dogs.
as you guys are heading off and the captain is, poured over his charts with the other captain's charts, and he's totally feeling very rambunctious and ready to roll a great skill check.
Absolutely. What skill?
Let's see. I like how
That
that's
can
a
be
multiple-based
What?
question.
Water vehicles?
Are we going somewhere over here? Or is that where we are?
I'm getting you over to that map.
No, yeah.
So you guys are basically heading over here is where you want to be. You guys can see the circle on the top right-hand side.
Are we the ship?
You are the ship.
I see red lines and I see an X. Oh, I see it. Okay, got it.
Yeah, the red lines
That's-
where we ran into the other ships.
Got
Yeah.
it. So the blue circle is where we're going. Okay. That circle.
Who should I blame for shipping us together?
The necromancer that rezzed you all.
Yeah.
So
No,
you're heading
no.
for the blue circle.
We all have different origin stories, right? We have different necromancers that raised us, or
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, not.
I thought so.
It's
Yeah.
just that all of them serve the Iron Lich. Or at least one of the Iron Liches. There's 8 of the jerks.
Oh, okay.
Apparently they're fangirls who like shipping people.
Think of them as big green biomechanical space marine looking guys.
Nice.
But with skulls instead of faces. So who is doing the navigation for you, Captain?
I'm first mate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm addressing the captain.
Okay.
Well, yeah, sure. The first mate can take the wheel.
Would that
I
be a
will be
perception check?
It would
studying
be
charts.
navigation. Do you have said skill?
I see under N, I see nature, medicine, investigation.
So you have water
Intimidation.
vehicles, but you do not have... It would be down below your passive wisdom perception, where you have tool
Oh.
proficiencies. You can pilot a ship, but you have no natural navigation skills, it looks.
I do not. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
not a
you
good
can
navigator.
try anything, but
Yeah, that's right. We
you're
really
not
don't have a
proficient in
navigator,
it.
do we?
Looks like
No.
the Master Gunner's got navigation tools.
Well, where is he?
He is driving down from Phoenix right now.
I know. I'm just joking.
I mean, our captain can always try it.
I mean,
You just hope you roll well, that's all.
what skill would it be based on if you don't have the skill? I mean, what
It would
number?
basically be which either you could say wisdom, intel, and
I
roll
mean,
a d20.
I've got water vehicles. I could.
Yeah, navigation's
That
different.
that means
I've
you know
got a-
how to steer a boat. It doesn't
Guys,
mean you know how
I
to.
have my +3 to wisdom plus my gut feelings that lets me reroll if I'm not mistaken. So
That's true. I've got a
Oh.
+2 to perception, but that's about it for that.
So the captain's gonna put his charts out there and trust the crow's nests.
I've been looking at the ocean a lot recently.
Yeah, and
Okay?
it all looks the same, no matter where you look.
Yep.
So in
It's
in that
blue.
case,
It's
give
all
me,
very wet, guys.
Give me a navigation check. Your captain has figured out where you need to go versus where you are. You do have advantage on the roll.
Yep.
So let's not make the adventure longer by making a bad roll.
All right.
Well, about that, on our
And
selfish
then it
game,
became that campaign became an odyssey just to find the local tower.
All right.
because our navigator had us like 3 days in the wrong direction or something.
All right. I am going to use my gut feelings to re-roll. Because 6 or 8 is not going to cut it.
Now that only lets you re-roll one dice, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll take the first one that shows up.
All right. We're going to go?
Nice.
18.
Good call.
So I'm assuming you'll be taking the 18 for the advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are cutting a fairly great, beautiful course that pretty much will almost get you to the spots. The first day of hard sailing with pushing everybody on. The weather seems to be good for the first day. Everything is going great. It's all on your side. What are you doing, by the way, Captain, with your... Is she a passenger or a prisoner?
She is a passenger until she proves troublesome.
Okay.
I would like to stay on her good side because, I mean, I like her boss almost as little as she does, and we might be able to work together at some point.
I'm liking that idea. As
So-
she totally gives the ship a blessing, she cuts her undead hand and pours the ichor into the water, frothing at the front of the boat to supposedly guide our way, blah, blah, blah. You're not even totally sure if she's, what she says she is. But the Cirrus says that the ship will safely get wherever it needs to go as long as she's on board. Notice how she throws that one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
Don't drag her along behind the boat. Got it.
I'm nothing if not superstitious. Yes, she will stay on board. Not to mention, she's my paycheck.
Well, there is that. That's totally a thing.
Yeah.
But I thought she was not undead yet.
Yeah, I thought she was alive.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she is still a satyr who is, eating and breathing.
It sounded like you said she cut her undead hand.
Yeah.
But maybe she borrowed an undead hand.
You're totally waiting for her to die so she can be turned. She
Wait.
does not want to die.
Speaking of live people that were waiting for death, are our human crew members still alive?
Yeah, your 3 human crew members, they're still kicking.
Our cannon fodder? Cool, that's great.
I hope you're not calling them that to their face.
No.
I mean,
I do like how I was looking at the charts and it's like, no, this doesn't seem right, and I had to consult with things to be like, no, this is how we. Excuse me.
Okay, so
Yeah. All right.
as you guys almost get
Adult
there,
green
and
dragon. I don't know if I like that.
And thankfully, the weather is still beautiful. The clear skies with just the right amount of breeze to aid your travels. It is beautiful weather still. And early on the next day, you start circling the area where the wreckage should be.
Mhm.
One of your human crew members, of course, throws out the rope with the stone and pulls it back in and says the water's at least 200 feet deep out here. So you're pretty sure you're in the area of the wreckage. What is going to be the plan, Captain? Obviously, our gunner is going to stay above deck and protect the ship, freeing up all 5 party members to go underwater if they so choose.
Nice.
Isn't that nice of your marksman?
That's so great.
Yeah.
Got an away mission. I'll need 2 of you to put on red shirts, please.
And anybody getting in the water, I would totally recommend you peek at the underwater combat handout. So that way you just know what you're experiencing when you're going to be swimming underwater. And unfortunately, I think only one of you has natural swimming speed.
Yeah.
Is that Kevin?
Nope, that's your captain.
That's who?
That's your captain.
Yeah.
So,
I'm incorporable, so I just.
Yeah.
But still, you have natural swimming speed, so that second paragraph about melee weapons, you don't have to worry about.
Oh.
So anyone who does not have swimming speed has disadvantage to attack with a dagger, a javelin, a short sword, or a spear or trident. And ranged weapon attacks automatically miss the target beyond the weapon's normal range.
I mean, I would think a ranged weapon, that'd be a challenge.
Even worse, we know the firearms just don't work underwater.
Yeah.
Henceforth, while your gunner is more than willing to stay up on deck and keep his powder dry.
Yeah, well, what about spells?
Spells pretty much work because they're magic, but don't forget that last line there, that creatures that are fully immersed in water have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah.
You can still throw that magic fireball, but for some reason their moistness is protective.
Yeah.
So wouldn't they be vulnerable to electricity?
Yeah, so would everybody else that is near the person who cast it.
Yeah, well, no, near the person who received it.
No, because it has to start somewhere, right?
It grounds out from its source of origin. So that's
all right. So I'll go down because I have good perception, investigation stuff, and my crossbow is not affected. Other than I will have to replace the string.
I mean, if you let it dry out properly, it should be fine.
Okay.
Until you roll a natural one, and then obviously it was not fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the captain setting up as the away team to go splashing in the water? And are you guys taking any precautions? Thankfully, you all are undead. So, in fact, you don't have to worry about something like, hard things like breathing are not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, we're just picking up a book. How hard could it be?
I mean, in theory, you were told to pick up the steamer chests, which your employer knows she has like 4 of them, and they're all enchanted to not get wet. So you just need to find out which one of those has her book of prophecies in it.
Can we bring up all 4?
Well, that'd be the preferred method because you don't want to open them up underwater because parchment and water not that great of friends.
I guess I am going to need 4 people. 1 for each. 1 to carry each.
Or we could just, tie them off. But
I was going to say, do we have a rope long enough that we can, take a rope down and tie them off and haul them up?
I mean,
One
your
at a
ship is
time?
fully stocked with extra rope, so yeah, you could drop a 200-foot rope down. Your boat totally has a wench for tightening ropes, which you could totally use to help wench it up once you've secured the cargo to it.
So then we only need to send one person down. Who volunteers?
What if they're attacked?
By what?
Underwater creatures? There's things living in the ocean.
What
Nah,
could be in a shipwreck
just a
200
myth.
feet down water?
Then let's send the captain who's incorporeal down there.
That would be easiest.
No, because I'm incorporeal. I can't tie the rope.
Okay, I'll go down as long as somebody's there to watch my back. Or I'm there to watch their back.
I'll go with you.
I can
I'll
go
go
down.
too. I'm wearing a blue shirt, though, because I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying to, after spending years underwater, I'm trying to figure out if my character would
Have
be
trauma.
to it or not.
You don't know how long it took to dry out.
Yeah.
Well, it might be good to have not just our gunner, but somebody else up top too.
Yeah. I'm thinking we should leave at least one person with the gunner. We've got someone to guard the ship, someone to guard our guest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can always
We
tell
have
the
crew,
gunner
so-
to signal you somehow if you see trouble coming a mile away on this beautiful day.
Jerk the rope or something to get our attention.
Yeah,
Tie
but
it
what
to
if
one
the
of us.
trouble comes from below? Apparently, there are living creatures in the ocean.
I mean,
Maybe-
there's horrible things like sharks that have been turned into underwater submarines. There's a lot of horrible things out there in the Iron Kingdoms.
I mean, what if a giant octopus or something like that, guys? I mean, the possibilities are endless.
What if someone combined a giant shark and a giant octopus to make a giant shark octopus?
Sharktopus. That's awesome. Whoever said that just now was spot on.
That was mine.
No, but they said somebody in the background said Sharktopus really quietly.
Yeah.
That was me.
Is that Will?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard your voice in a long time, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go down because I've got a locate object spell that might help if we have difficulties finding the damn thing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So 4 will go down, 2 will stay up, or
Sure, that sounds good. Who wants to help guard the ship and, more importantly, the guest?
Sounds like our Warcaster might want to stay a little drier.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to do this, but I gotta go, guys. I gotta go anyways.
Oh,
okay,
really?
well you'll stay up. You'll stay up on the ship. Sorry, man.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, later.
Life happens. Bye.
All right, later, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, later.
Now if I can just figure out how to log off. There we go.
The red button.
Yeah, but it's not pulling up. There we go.
I do have a question about underwater combat. So it says melee weapon attacks, and then with the exceptions, would my like tooth and claws, which are like not weapons, still have disadvantage?
No, your claws would count as a dagger, basically.
Okay.
So you would basically consider that a dagger, so you'd be fine. And by the way, I just shared the horrific Nightmare Empire picture of a undead shark that's been fixed with biomechanical stuff to turn into an underwater submarine. And
I
yes,
like that.
it has tentacles.
Nice.
It's kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I want one.
It's the Nautilus of the Iron Kingdoms.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if you could have like a mount like that, or something? Anyway.
Just give Kevin time, and you probably will.
Okay.
Because it does count as one of his biomechanical style creatures.
Oh,
nice.
So thankfully, the captain has decided for everyone but the Warcaster and the gunner to stay up on deck, because that way the two of them together could repel any problems that attack the ship.
Oh yeah, a whole armada could be repelled by those two.
I have complete faith.
I mean, if nothing else, the signal is the wreckage of the boat will come sinking down slowly around you guys in the salvage operation.
And we at least trust them mostly to not sail off without us.
Mostly.
Well, we have ropes attached to the ship that we're taking down with us.
Well, they could just cut those.
And
that's true.
And when the boat sinks, the ropes come all the way down.
That's true. That's our signal.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? You're only like a week away from coastlines in almost every direction.
We can walk.
Let's hope you pick the right direction.
How deep is the water again? I didn't hear that.
It's roughly about 200 feet in this area, so it's deep enough
that
the
quite a bit.
sunlight really does not come down to it. So at the bottom of the ocean, you would be relying on your dark vision, which thankfully as Undead you have.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's head down. How long does it take to go down 200 feet underwater?
Well, it depends.
What's your swim speed?
2 questions. One, how are you guys lowering yourselves down? Are you just throwing ropes with weights on them and then diving, jumping in the water? Are you holding on to said ropes and having them lower you down slowly? Or are you just grabbing a couple rocks, putting them in your pockets and walking off the deck?
So since we're dead and we don't have oxygen in our lungs, wouldn't we sink naturally? So couldn't we hold onto the rope and sink at a fairly decent pace, but not too fast without said rocks?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm asking. It's up to you guys how you want to go down there.
Because I don't think my character can swim, actually. So just sinking slowly would be fairly efficient, and then you could control your movements.
And is anyone wearing heavy or medium armor?
Oh, crap. Probably.
Because that will take effect of making you sink very quickly. If, like our Warcaster, by the way, who is wearing a mechanical suit of armor.
Yeah, but the Warcaster stayed back on the ship, I thought.
But I mean, do any of you 4 have heavy armor on?
I'm wearing chainmail.
Yes, then you do
but
have.
You could take it off.
Okay. What would
you
my
could always
AC
go
be?
skinny dipping naked, I mean.
What would my AC go down to if I took off my chainmail?
I would not recommend taking it off. Just wear it and sink faster. Just means you'll get there before anybody else.
It'll get rusty.
It's chainmail. It's not rust. It's rust proof.
He'll pick up some barrels of oil when he gets out of the water and bathe himself in oil afterwards.
Fish oil. I'll smell great.
And we can bathe him in flames to make sure that he's sanitary.
Well, thank goodness we don't smell.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about the other 3 of you? Except for Captain doesn't really have to worry about it. Though he's going to feel uncomfortable as hell in salt water. But not taking any damage at least.
But not happy about it.
So do we roll to see how fast I fall in the water?
No, we don't need to worry about it. We just know that you will be showing up before anybody else.
Okay.
As you sink like an anchor and the others sink naturally.
Yep. First in, last out.
I mean,
I dive in, holding my rope.
You may, in fact, want to do the
off.
speed diving thing of just grabbing a weight and jumping so you all go down really fast before any predators can notice you. There is a perk to getting down there really fast.
I guess I'll go. I'm honestly sort of in the grab something heavyweight school, too, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to sink heavy anyway because of my chain armor. So
we've already established you're going to be sinking like a rock.
My weapons and everything else, yeah.
I don't know what heavy things we have on board that are useful, but
cannonballs.
Cannonballs,
you can always pick up a cannonball and jump off the boat with
it. Always these men on the ship trying to convince me to touch the balls.
Show me on the cannonball where the undead touched you. So everyone's going to be getting there really fast except the poor captain who has to swim down there. And it'll take him like a good, 20, 30 seconds to catch up to you guys.
That way they can establish a
A beachhead?
secure perimeter. Yeah.
I'd offer to hold his hand, but I'm a doctor, not an escalator.
Okay,
and you couldn't hold my hand.
So do me a favor. Who's going to be the first one to take the plunge?
Me. I'll go.
Okay, as you pick up the cannonball and waddle to the edge of the boat and jump on in with your axes on your back, give me...
And my armor.
And your armor. Give me a quick survival check. I'm just curious how close you were to the correct target. Not bad at all.
Follow Sweetum's.
You go saplunk and you disappear into the waves real quick. Obviously, the cannonball is the quick method.
I'm holding the rope with the cannonball in one arm.
Tie the rope onto you, you know.
Yeah, tied to my...
I was going to say, you don't want to hold it and the cannonball. That would be very dangerous.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, so you tie it... Now, quick question. Do you tie it around your chest or your waist?
Under my arms, around my chest.
Okay.
So it still has freedom of movement of my arms, but it doesn't, cut me in half if it gets jerked.
And as you're sinking down, as one of the first people with that really good roll, you're totally controlling your descent. And as you get closer, you kind of see the shadows of something on the water. First, you're kind of confused of if there's two boats down there, and then when you start to get a little closer, you realize that there's a little ravine and a shipwreck. And I totally just dropped all the players up there. So with your nice 18 survival, where would you like to land around the wreckage? You don't have to land on it. Anywhere you want is where you... Go ahead and pick your poison as you controlled your descent.
Okay, so I see the main wreckage, and then I see all these little circles.
You see all those little circles. Yeah, they look like stones. Very large stones.
Okay.
They kind of look like crabs, though.
Maybe when you get closer, you recognize that.
Okay, so since in most ships, in my experience, the hold would be where that big hole is. I would probably try to aim for that big hole going directly into it.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself over the hole. You're still like a good 40 feet above it as you're sinking quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the next one to grab a cannonball and plunge?
I can go.
Yeah, how come you don't have a 3D map, Jim?
I'm on a budget, man. I'm on a budget.
This is a great map. Are you kidding me?
If you'd like a 3D map, the Patreon page is.
Every one of us gets sent VR headsets so we can navigate it well.
There you go.
There you go.
That's when the Patreon explodes. or I have something like a Matt Mercer Kickstarter happen.
There you go.
You know what? I'll jump in after Sweetum's.
Okay, so you're swimming on your own, so you can follow, but you're gonna be like 3 rounds behind because you're actually ghost swimming through the water as opposed to plunging head first.
Yep.
Okay, so you're following as you see the shadow of the next person plunge in and go flying past you with their stones of weight. Who's that gonna be?
If you want to go fast, you need stones.
I think Jeff said he was going to go next.
Or I think that might have been Will, but
oh, Will, I'm sorry.
Okay, Will, give me your survival roll as you are plunging down the depths. You do have advantage to choose whether you land controlled or you land crazy. I'm just looking for 12 or better. You have advantage. You're following the bubbles of your friend and the ghostly form of your captain. It's gonna be easy.
Ooh, wow.
It's a good thing you have advantage.
Yeah.
So as you're sinking past and you fly past the captain's ghost roll form, swimming through his normal I swim through the air guy motif, where would you like to be landing on the boat? Or around the boat? Or the giant bottomless crevasse?
Yeah, I don't think that's where I want to go. I will just try and land kind of near Sweetum's.
Okay, so you're aiming for the big, dark, ominous hole?
Yeah, but not the crevasse, but the ship hole.
Okay, yeah, you can grab your mini and put yourself where you would like to be, whether it's to land on the deck of the ship or the big, dark, ominous hole.
I will go just at the edge of the hole.
Okay,
But
so you'll land on what's left of the decking.
Yeah.
Probably a smarter move. With the
And
21, he could stick the landing, seriously.
oh, heck yeah. There would be no problems for him sinking down. Okay, so that looks like our lookout is going to be the next one plunging through.
I think I may have stolen the thing that we used last time to try and transport a prisoner from one boat to another. So I get to sit daintily as I sink very quickly.
The swing?
Yes.
The swing with a block and tackles now sinking quickly. As the captain gets to look and see you sink by while you're sitting there daintily on a swing.
Holy crap!
Nice.
Where would you like
all our
to
good
go?
rolls on this, I'm afraid.
Where would you like to land on this map?
I'm going to try and land on the bow of the broken ship, or not the bow, whatever the keel, whatever you call the rib
bow's
down
the front.
Of it.
Are we talking about the front end or the back end?
Sort of the middle of it. Just sort of a high point.
The middle is the big hole.
Okay.
You can land on the mast.
Yeah, let's just land on the mast.
Well, the mast is laying broken on its side, laying on the ground, and half in the ship. Yeah. Remember, the good guys did sink this boat good and proper.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Good guys.
We're the good guys.
Oh, you're the other good guys.
Oh, okay.
I'll just keep an eye out here from the other crow's nest. See how it is comparatively.
See, sadly on this boat, the crow's nest is gone.
Oh,
it's
God.
Just gone.
Guys, we need to build these guys a new crow's nest.
I don't think we're going to be staying here that long. I guess you can't hear me. I can't hear you.
Blah, 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 blah. As everyone but the captain realizes communication will be difficult in this situation.
So that's a good question. Sorry, I moved around a little bit. Speech is through air passing through vocal cords, blah blah blah. How are we going to speak underwater?
You're not.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, there's pretty much no speech. It's going to be down to Scuba Steve hand signals.
Got it. Thank you.
Luckily, we established some hand signals for last time.
Did we? I don't remember that part.
I mean, standard pirate hand signals. Of course, everyone knows them.
Oh, we needed some way to signal each other.
It goes without saying. Just bang two pieces of metal together. Just because it attracts sharks doesn't mean it's not a great way to signal people.
Okay, got it.
Bring a flashlight. Oh, wait, we forgot that flashlights have not been invented yet.
I thought it was blood that attracts sharks, and we don't have any of that.
As you guys have this, like, horrible gray ichor haze around you. I haven't had blood for years. As our captain is doing his damnedest to catch up, and obviously brought some ghost snacks to eat on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably mention that I left my container with 3 mice on the ship and didn't bring them with me.
What? I was hoping we'd have some waterlogged mouse by the time you get back up. And Jess,
it's like, wait, that's one part of my inventory I can't bring with me.
Okay, so you guys are 40 feet from the bottom. You barely see the sparkle that is your ghostly captain trying to catch up with you, going, you sons of bitches, how come you're moving 3 times faster than me? You damn soggy fleshies.
Can I roll a perception check at this point? You said we're
Yeah.
40 feet from the bottom?
You're 40 feet from the bottom, so your dark vision is picking up most of what can be seen, except for what's in the crevasse.
Okay. So would that be with advantage or without?
Oh, it's just a straight roll. It's the first number that comes up is what you get for your perception. So that
All right,
mighty
so I see
7,
nothing.
you see a vague wreckage and lots of rocks. Yeah,
Got
yeah. All of these are totally rocks. Totally rocks.
At a possible of 22, and I got a 7.
Okay, so as you guys are sinking next round, do any of you want to let go of your cannonballs so you sink a little slower, so you only drop in like 30 feet per round instead of, your ridiculous 60 feet per round?
No, I'll drop it when I think I'm maybe 20 feet from the bottom.
Okay. So you'll still be like floating in wreckage and not in the
That's
body
okay.
of the ship all alone. Okay. So you kind of let go of your bowling, your cannonball just as you're about deck level, as you're kind of like kind of swimming kind of there. Give
Well, I
me
still got chainmail armor and boarding axes.
uh-huh.
I'm still going to sink pretty fast, aren't I?
Well, I was totally going to ask you for a athletics check with disadvantage to see if you can
Okay.
maintain your buoyancy with some kicking, or are you just going to keep sinking?
How's that?
10, with the currents nice and calm down here, so a 10 is good enough for you to be buoyant and basically hover with some kicking going on. And
Wait, that says 11 or
Yep.
9 on my
10 or
screen.
better
10
is
would
what
be
I was
good
looking for.
enough.
Yep, 10 was the target number for nice, calm, no currents. There's no crazy, currents going on down here. It's pretty calm.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And then
For now.
we're not even going to worry about Mr. Natural 20. You basically can stop your ass wherever the hell you want on this map with that Natural 20.
That's so good.
Gently step off to the onto the rigging. Let the cannonball swing just crash through the deck below me.
It hits the wood. Thankfully, it finds a spot that's semi-solid, but then it rolls and cracks and disappears inside. As you
This
hear
is
the
fine.
weird aquatic cracking sound, because, everything's weird underwater.
Release the cracking.
I mean, Sweetum's cannonball just kept on going. It's buried itself in the sand, probably. There's a poof of particulates making a cloud in the opening there.
So I have a quick question. I'm sorry to interrupt. So for my wisdom check, on this, okay, so it was we rolled a survival roll, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at my survival on my sheet here. Oh, I don't have a bonus to sort. Never mind. I'll shut up now. Okay, got it.
You are an unwise raider.
I am.
Henceforth, the first one to jump off the boat. Not wise, but a good team player. Okay, so Organ Ramsey. Are you letting your cannonball take you down like a rocket, or are you letting go of it and trying to swim some?
I'm just gonna. I'll hold on and just land on the deck as best I can.
So you hold on, and your feet hit the deck. Do you let go of it then, so it can go careening into the boat into the darkness?
I'm gonna hold on to it for a second.
Okay. So you're grabbing your cannonball as you feel comfort in your cannonball. You'll put a hand mark
It's
on
his
him
comfort
and
ball.
call him Wilson. As what do you do when you land? I mean, you firmly thump land. You feel the weight of the cannonball in your arms. I mean, it's not as heavy as it would be on deck of your boat, but it's got some definitive weight. You feel the timbers underneath your feet kind of sway a little as broken timbers would, but it's not like it's going to crash in there anytime soon.
Yeah, I guess I look around and see what I can see since I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. If you're looking in the deck of the boat, the big gaping hole, it is now with disadvantage if you're looking there. If you're looking outside the boat, you're fine. But thanks to that cannonball that went swoosh down there, it kind of churned up a bunch of stuff
Sorry.
floating around.
I guess I do want to look in, even if it is with disadvantage.
Okay. As you kind
That
of
was
peer
terrible.
in there. As you peer in there and you see a little less than Sweetum's did in the ominous, dark, gaping hole in the boat that now is this cloud of like silt and other things. All of a sudden you see like loose, ghostly forms that come out, and then you realize it's bits of parchment from a broken book. And you see some weird sail bits come fluttering out that almost makes you think it's a jellyfish at first, but then you realize it's the churned up, fabric of some outfit some poor undead sailor may have undied in.
Do I get XP for killing the book?
You do not get XP for killing the book. You did not kill the book. You landed beautifully.
Yes, but I let my ball fall down.
Way far away, too.
So
Yeah.
are you guys going to wait for the captain? He's going to be around here in 2 rounds, or are you going to do something without him?
No, I'm gonna start. Am I in the bottom of the
You're basically swimming at deck level above
hole,
the gaping
or
hole. You're basically swimming right above the
dive
hole.
down deeper?
Yeah, because you said you'd stop 20 feet, so that's about the same level with the deck of the
Okay, I
boat.
want to go into the hole.
Okay.
Well, I thought because of my armor and weapons, I would be sinking still, just not as fast.
But you use your athletics to swim and get some buoyancy, so you basically came to a complete stop of your descent.
Okay, I want to go down into the hole.
Okay.
If that's okay.
You start to swim down in the hole, kind of let the weight pull you down as you do a couple quick kips. As you start going down, you see tons of wreckage and fire damage. Obviously, you know for a fact that the folks from the Sin Empire, from the Cyan Nation, really had fun blowing this boat to shit.
Nice.
You see like undead wretches blown to pieces where there's only like a waist and legs but nothing above. You're seeing some like weird flaying limbs that takes you a second to realize it's just a pair of arms grabbing a reloading rod and nothing from the elbows on to the body. As you're just like, whoa, this is a total wreckage.
Super descriptive. I love it.
And give me a perception to see if you see any more.
Okay.
It is with disadvantage with all that clutter there. That's pretty much all you see is you're fixating on the gory details, which is the body parts.
Hey, it was a 5. I'm lucky if I could see my hand in front of my face.
And you see like a slight glow. It looks almost like a lava lamp, but you realize it was a necromancer's ichor jar broken, and it's slowly dripping the ichor, which floats up and congeals on the underside of the top deck. What equates to the ceiling of where you are. It's floating at the top of the ceiling like oil would.
Nice.
And still, it's pretty dark in there.
It may take you a second to do some assessment outside from my vantage.
Okay, so you're going to do a perception on the outside?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Does a 25 mean I see anything?
The 25 definitely means you see that the boat has, lots of damage. You do notice those, what you thought were rocks are actually giant crabs, which of course is every undead fears. There's nothing worse than giant crabs that want to strip an undead of their flesh because you've marinated it so nicely. And
I've treated many an undead sailor for crabs.
And you do notice that the crabs start getting agitated and kind of moving closer.
Oh dear.
The crabs seem interested.
Oh, there's a lot of crabs. I don't like.
He was zoomed in.
I feel like I should shoot a crab.
With your 25, You kind of barely notice it, but since you're up on the mast there and you're looking down, you totally noticed over here on the side of the boat where she's gutted and ripped out from cannonball holes. You
Yeah.
totally saw a large tail zip in really quick. It like zipped out of a porthole and zipped in a cannonball hole. And when I say a tail, I mean you saw a very, very, very large tail.
I don't like that. How do I let people know about that?
You
Shit.
can't.
Yes.
I mean, with your 25, you spotted it as it like zipped out of the boat and back into the boat.
Why don't you just call to me? On my phone or something.
Using my shell phone? Yes, I'll
Yeah,
pull
there
that
you-
out.
Don't you have unlimited texting?
Sorry, you're gonna have to put your show phone in the water so it can, in some rice so it can dry out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I assume the tail's gone now, so I don't get to shoot the tail.
Yeah, the tail like zipped for a second and then went back into the boat.
Well,
'Cause
that's right. You have a
tail's,
crossbow.
the
Okay.
tail's
I
totally
do.
gonna do something.
Will a crossbow quarrel travel in water normally?
Yes.
It will only work to the maximum regular range of a weapon. Past that, it
Okay.
just stops like a bullet in the pool and just kind of
Got it.
bleh.
Okay.
So there's no shooting past the normal range and only getting disadvantage.
And I'm
Yeah.
assuming my bile cannon wouldn't work at all down here.
It would work like point blank maybe, but you may be drinking the stuff yourself if you shoot that thing off in the water.
Yeah,
It
I don't
would
want
probably not be recommended in the water.
Yeah, I'd be taking damage too. Okay, got it.
And what does Organ of Ramsey do?
Well, there's nothing to do on the deck that I can see, so I'm gonna go in the hole.
Okay, so you're gonna step off. Are you keeping your cannonball in your hand or are you letting it go?
I'm gonna keep my emotional support cannonball.
And what kind of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing.
Every time you guys make me laugh, I hack up more stuff.
That's good. You're getting it out.
Yeah.
You're a barbarian, so it's probably not a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really wearing anything other than clothes.
What
Yeah, an
kind of
armored
character
defense.
are
Yeah,
you
you wouldn't be
again?
wearing anything.
Yeah, you're a barbarian. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you go
Barbarian.
sinking down to meet him at what's basically the second deck of this boat. And as you step in and sink to join him down there, you see the silt coming up, the gory limb fest happening under the deck here of floating body parts and weird debris fluttering by. Is there anything you're doing besides just sinking?
I don't. Yeah, just trying to figure out what is going on in the boat.
Okay. As you can see, this boat was put through the ringer. Now you're realizing why your crew did not want to tangle with that pirate hunting ship, because this ship's a little bigger than yours, and they trashed it. As our poor captain, I'm assuming you're.
It may be the gesture I'm making may be confused with the sailor has a very large penis.
Common mistake.
Now I want to see that gesture. Specifically, the how do you designate the sailor? And you're totally like, guys, why did you not wait? Why are you going in the boat?
Yeah, I think I'll see what the lookout is clearly warning of something. I will check out what he's trying to tell me. She's trying to tell me.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Give you a perception check. Sure, why not? Oh,
Okay. With a 17, that actually makes me ask a question. Let's see. The question is... Oh my god. Oh my god. So that's going to make life interesting. You clearly see a large tail just zip into the boat from your vantage point and does that classic when it spins back and forth, spinning hard to get some traction in there, churns up a little sand, so it totally gets your attention. That something that has a very long tail is slithering into the boat.
okay.
Where you clearly see your two guys have descended into the crack in the ship. You realize that there's danger imminently swimming towards them. You can practically hear the dun 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 dun.
To be fair, if you're going to have any two jump into a boat with a monster underwater, it would be us two.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but still.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got a cantrip, shape water.
Oh.
I'm going to try to get the knucklehead's attention by creating an area of not water around their heads.
Okay, and
Because
what is the
I
range
figure
of that
if they
spell?
notice that, they'll look.
That totally
and-
makes sense.
And then signal them to get out. Yeah.
Okay, so 30 feet, so about roughly 10, 20 feet above their heads, you're going to make a area where the water has vacated to make a weird bubbly point of interest.
Yeah. Yes. And when they look, I'm going to signal them.
And you guys totally look up at his signal, and I can totally give you with that horrible natural one that the eel rolled for his stealth. When you look up at the signal and you see gestures from the captain, you totally see there's a giant, what you thought was white linen, like a dress floating in the water, is a giant ass white moray eel. I mean, it's this big, guys. It's this big.
Like 3 times our...
Like 3 times, like it could swallow you whole, yeah.
Okay.
And it's totally got its mouth wide open, and it's like...
The Barbarian
more-
and I are big chunks of meat.
Maybe now you're
would take a
wondering where
couple
all the undead that could have survived the sinking
bites to
went.
get it all in. That's why they're all in pieces, maybe?
Maybe. Go ahead and roll initiative. Wait, don't roll initiative yet. Apparently I have to clear last initiative order. I cleared it, but when I logged out and logged back in, it came back. Okay, you can roll it now.
Which one's initiative again? Oh, there it is.
Initiative is also a ghost. Oh, I need to click on my character first. That's my hit dice.
Ooh.
And then you guys notice some weird scratching noise in the boat, too. Now that you're inside the boat, you kind of look up and notice that there's some crabs scuttling around inside it. But there's no crabs in the immediate vicinity of you guys.
So do we see 2 more eels, or...
You see one more eel.
Oops, sorry. That wasn't what I meant to do.
You immediately go scary. Oof, that's unpleasant.
I was just looking at my options and I pressed the wrong button was all. But that might be worth
Oh, that's a
doing
good one. That's a
at
good
some
option.
point. Yeah.
Are you within range?
I don't know if I'm yet.
Because you're about 30 feet away
You
from
up on the
them.
deck?
He's still
Yeah.
coming down because he's the slowpoke, because he's not
Yeah.
grabbing a cannonball and sinking. He's just swimming.
Yeah, but when I show up, oh my gosh, pants will be wet.
Pants will be sprinkling. So you guys are totally looking at this eel coming at you, and it's swimming and darting, and it's getting ready to like pounce on you guys. And you're totally looking right at this big scary eel.
Can I throw my cannonball at it?
On your turn, you could drop the cannonball and watch it go like 2 inches out of your hands and then straight down. But more importantly, while you guys are looking at that giant moray eel, out of the obnoxious silt, behind Sweetums, you just see a large black open maw. As there was one who did roll well on his stealth, not the one who rolled a natural one, who everybody knows about, who comes up and is totally going to attack Sweetums with advantage.
Clever girl.
Nice.
That whole +6 to stealth does not hurt. So will a 12 hit Sweetums?
No.
As Sweetums is all of a sudden glad as you feel the jerky bite hit your chain mail and not go through it. As you realize there is a giant ass eel, of course, in the back teeth. It's got like a skull of an undead guy just sitting there chattering away. And Organ Ramsey, what are you gonna do? You see your friend get gnawed on really quick by an eel that came out of nowhere, and then there's the eel that's darting right for you.
I guess I'm gonna have to leave behind my cannonball, and do I go for that eel or the other eel?
That's the question.
I guess
it's the tale of two tales.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the closer eel. So if I can just I guess move over here.
Okay.
And tooth and claw it.
Nice.
Okay, go for it. Ooh, a 24. Nice. That will hit everything.
Nice.
Okay, so
you're gonna bite me, I bite you.
So you do 4 points of damage.
Bite it back.
Yarr.
So is tooth and chicks or one?
It's basically his teeth and claws have the same damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he can bite or claw.
I was just curious.
Yeah, it's not like most animals in 3rd edition where when they have tooth and claw, they actually claw and bite. It's 2 attacks.
At the same time. Okay, that's what I thought it would be.
So you bite into it and you pierce its scales for a little bit of damage, but you realize this thing is got the circumference of an ancient oak. You know, we're talking, you can't wrap your hands around this eel. It's that wide.
More than a mouthful.
Yeah. Should have done a rage. But
you can do rage after in case you get bit back.
Yeah.
I'll go into a rage.
Okay, so for your bonus action, you're inducing your rage, which means you'll have to keep fighting things. That's not a problem. Because on 14 comes this guy. Bit it. And he had his eye on you, and after all, we all know in the animal world, prey swims away. Will a 12 hit you? Wow, these guys are being consistent.
That just against my armor class.
Yep.
I have a 19.
So he bites, and you kind of do the barbarian duck thing, where the bite just like does that right above your head. Classic Tom and Jerry style.
You're a barbarian duck?
And all of a sudden, there's starting to be a little bit more silt from these things thrashing about, moving so quickly. As Bone Tibia, you see lots of wriggling down there in the open gaps of the hole.
Oh dear.
Thankfully, it is within your dark vision range, so you're seeing that there's wriggling and these guys are mixing it up with something in there, and you're pretty sure it's the big tail thing.
I don't suppose I could shoot it.
Well, you could try. I mean, they're big enough that there's portions of their rolls hanging out there. You're not quite sure what it is, but you're pretty sure it's not nice, and it's not something your friends really want to play with down below deck. So you can aim for
Well,
one
luckily
of
I
these.
have Luckily I've trained at being a sharpshooter, so I don't have to worry about them having cover.
Ah. What about shooting against a target that's adjacent to an ally?
It doesn't mention that. It just mentions 1/2 and 3/4 cover.
They are big ass eels. Couldn't he aim for like the middle, not the head?
I'll
I can't
give
really
you that.
see too well.
I'll give you that. That they're big enough that you don't have to aim right adjacent to one of your buddies.
Yeah. I'm also going to use this class feature from Tasha's.
And the
to
nice
steady
thing
my aim.
is the sharpshooter's going to help you against the debris cloud that would have given them cover.
Yeah.
Okay,
And taking a
so as
breath,
a bonus action, you
steadying
can give
my-
yourself advantage on your next attack. Nice.
Yeah.
You grab your
I
wrist
could
to
also
steady the aim.
increase my damage with the attack, but I think I'm not going to get greedy on that because
You're not going to
Anyways.
give yourself a negative to attack?
no.
Okay, so a
23 to
23
assume
will hit. Now, which one are you aiming for, by the way? The wriggling on this side or the wriggling on this side?
I'm probably aiming for the wriggling on the other side, just because that seems like it's more towards the hole.
Okay. So go ahead and give me
So
your
the wriggling on
damage.
this side, just to see if I can make the ring.
So
There we go.
this guy, right?
Yep. Or I was thinking about this one, but
Okay, that one? Okay. Go for it. Give me your damage.
crossbow
8 points. Not
Plus-
bad at all.
plus sneak attack.
Oh, because you do have an ally adjacent, so that would be sneak attack. So
And-
10 points total. Okay, so
Go,
you
Bone
shoot
Kid.
an arrow and a little bit
Yeah.
of eel blood squirts out of the arrow wound. And it still seems that its fighting day is still ahead of it, because it looks absolutely fine with 10 points of damage.
Okay, I may need to go for a little bit more damage next time.
So, Sweetums, what are you going to do? There's an eel to the left, an eel to the right.
So
Organ Ramsey is
the,
mouthing something about, save the bits for dinner.
yeah. I'm undead. I don't eat.
Giant dragon roll.
So the one that bit me is the one on the right. If I'm looking at the screen, right?
Yep, that's the
I don't
one
know
that
how to make
snuck
that.
up behind you
There
and
you
went.
go. Yeah. So I didn't. Okay. I'm going to hit it with both boarding axes.
So you're gonna swing an axe underwater.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, that's gonna be at disadvantage.
Okay. It's 17.
Okay, so a 17 will in fact hit the giant eel because it is, a giant wriggling eel. So go ahead and give me your damage.
And its face is. Okay. Where do I do the.
So if you click the word
There
boarding
it is.
axe, it'll roll the damage for you. So 8 points of damage. Now the question is, for your bonus action, are you going to hit with your offhand weapon?
Yes.
Since you now have dual wielding with boarding axes.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and roll your offhand attack.
Oh, it didn't work. There it goes.
Oops.
Oh, hey, I think I swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Sorry, I
It's
accidentally did it twice.
That's okay. So you swung and this thing wriggled and your axe slowed down in the water as you've been practicing that offhand as a slow attack, and the water made it even slower.
Yeah, I almost hit myself with my own boarding axe here, so I'm happy I didn't injure myself.
Okay, so Captain, you're swimming down in the water and you're in corporeal, ghostly, fluttery self, and you're seeing your two jamooks from the ship are messing with some wriggly things. You're not sure if it's an octopus at this point or a giant eel, but you're pretty sure it's wriggly and it's not friendly to your crew.
Can I swoop in as close enough to expose myself to them?
You can totally expose yourself to them. Now we know what he meant by a seaman with a big penis. Expose yourself, Captain.
8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus what? So I guess 11 is the saving
your DC,
throw.
And it looks like a wisdom saving throw. Let's see what our eels do. First one's going to be for the one on the right. Not that I think it'll matter. He looks up at you and is absolutely terrified. And now the one on the left.
Nice.
He looks at you and he is absolutely terrified. As you are fairly certain, that's the terrified face there. You are fairly certain that if they are unmolested, they will run away from the captain's visage, which would probably put them deeper into the boat in different directions.
Which is where we want to go.
Do we know that, or...
You guys see the eels look up at the captain, and he does the ooh Beetlejuice face.
Okay, got it.
The eels visually react to it. They do this whole zoinks, straighten themselves out with extreme, agitation. Their gear flukes blow up really big, and they're not looking at either one of you guys who are a food source anymore. They're both looking up at him, and you see the captain's visage doing his oogie boogie thing, and you guys are just like, yeah, we're undead. We're not impressed by that. You have oogie boogie powers. Ooh, you're a ghost. Let me get a handful of salt. Okay, so top of the order even. That's a convenient time for the captain to be there and to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So the one who had the stealth, that was the 17, is immediately going to bolt through openings in the ship and just slithers and disappears deep into the bowels of the second deck. Probably trying to find a nice place to curl up like the captain's bed. And Oregon Ramsey, it is your turn. This guy seems to be, he's going to react the exact same way but go in a different direction. Unless you have a master plan.
I mean, I clearly don't have a plan.
Do you have 12% of a plan?
See.
I'm going to let it go if it wants to go.
It distinctly, if you are understanding the eel's body language correctly, it seems that it is afraid and going to go. Now remember that if you don't attack something, your rage will end.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with letting your rage go. And you can always attack Sweetums. That is actually a classic barbarian move right there.
Rah, 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 rah.
Just a little
Chew on
nipple.
my armor.
Rawr, I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
chew the
have to be
shield.
successful.
Well, bone tibia can always sew my arm back on if Organ Ramsey bites it off.
What makes
Yeah,
you think he won't chew it up and he swallow?
But since we're, I'll let the rage drop for now.
Okay.
But the question is whether or not we want to try and explore any more of this. Which part of the ship we want to explore if I want to go in a particular direction.
Oh, that's a good point.
Maybe I'll kind of follow this guy up here. See if I can see.
You're following the eel's path as it's crashing through open doorways and knocking things out of the way. I will tell you, as you see it fly by, you see the glint of coins on what's left of the floor with the sediment that's settling. His churning tail whipping by made lots of little shiny points shimmer in the darkness. Underwater gleam. Gleam.
Maybe can I pick up a couple of the coins to see what they are?
Sure, you reach down and run your hand through the little inch deep of silt that's there, and you come up with a handful of coins, and as you wave your hand in the water to let the silt disperse, unfortunately with your dark vision you can't make out their color, but you're pretty sure, if you remember your currency correctly, that you have in your hand a solid handful of copper coins. Looks like you picked up in one handful 8 copper coins in your hand. As you're just realizing I picked up 8 pennies.
Oh, nice.
You're rich.
8 coppers.
8 pennies.
8 coppers. You just need a sock to put them in and you have a weapon. But you know for sure there's more there if you want to work it, picking it out there. And thankfully, the eel had 0 interest in attacking you as you walked away from it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's scared shitless, so it was not worried about an attack of opportunity, because it will take its turn to disappear to the front end of the boat and find a place to hide and slither away.
And where in the boat did she tell us her logbooks were?
Did you ask?
In the chest.
She told you that they were in the cabin next to the captain's. So probably towards the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is the captain's room always in the back of the boat?
What's that?
I don't know that.
Okay, so...
I said that the captain's room is in the back.
The captain's cabin is usually in most ships always in the back. Unless
Oh,
the captain
space,
has
I
a decoy. So, Organ Ramsey, what you gonna do?
So which part of the ship do we think the stuff is in?
I mean, you remember the captain had a great plan, if need be. But it would probably be towards the back of the boat.
I guess move further into the boat, but
okay.
So
give me an athletics check as you're swimming through the wreckage. I just want to see how well you're swimming and not, caught up in some ropes or something. You're fine. You're fine. I mean, you're +5 to athletics. And you're bare-chested. Okay. So, Bon Tibia, what are you doing? You're clearly...
I can't see the eels anymore, so I may take a pot shot at a crab.
Okay, which one of the crabs you shooting at?
Let's say these ones seem closest to the boy, so I may just shoot at one of the ones over here.
Okay, go for it.
That's shuffle. Okay. All right, using my steady aim again and sharpshooter to actually try and do the extra 10 points of damage this time.
Oh, so you're taking a -10?
Or it's -5, so
I was trying to scare you there.
yeah. So let's see what happens. I have advantage.
Twink.
Twink. 14. Does that
Good
hit?
thing you have
No, wait, it's
advantage.
-5, so it's 9. Oops.
Your coral goes flying through the water, and it goes up to the crab, and it seems like in slow motion the coral's slowing down more and more because the water drag, and the crab is moving up, and this is like a 4-foot round crab. It's about the size of a manhole, and the arrow comes up and just goes poke and just rolls over the crab's back and lands in the silt as he's scurrying and doesn't even seem to really notice it.
Worth a shot.
Literally.
Yes.
Okay. So, Sweetums, it seems that you are now in an eel-free environment.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Gordon.
Okay, you're gonna stick
Even
together as a
Ramsey.
team. That's a good choice.
Because they seem to know what they're doing,
Okay.
That's
And your
the party.
captain is coming, so
yeah. He's got his scary face. Do I need to roll any checks or anything, or just move?
So it's going to be an athletics for your swimming towards him.
Okay.
And you are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, 15, you're fine. You're keeping up with him. You're swimming around the debris that's floating there. No tricky rope's going to wrap around your ankle. No sirree, Bob.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to worry about drowning as undead, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay. So, Captain, I mean, you can actually float through items if you want to catch up to them.
Yeah.
And as a ghost, I will totally say that you can speak underwater and they can hear you.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Because it's not like you're breathing air into your lungs to talk as a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
You just sound even more trippy.
The question is, I have to manifest, though, to cast the locate objects, don't I?
You would have to manifest to cast a spell, yep. Which is a bonus action.
Can't we?
Which there's no ill effect.
Just search?
I mean,
they're supposed to be in chests, right?
Yeah, you guys can totally search this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast locate object.
Okay. Concentration 10 minutes. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You can sense its direction. Ooh, the witch's steamer chests with her name engraved in them in every known language. She wants to make sure, after all, nobody forgets it.
Yeah.
And quick question I was going to ask is, at what point is Sweetum's going to take that rope off before he can't go any further?
Well, I'm assuming somebody from up above is feeding it down. Is it going to keep like am I going to get hung up on it, or should I?
If you go any deeper in the ship, you'll probably get hung up on something.
Okay, so I'm going to untie it and tie it to something heavy around me if I can find.
Okay, there's
so I can
plenty
get
of
back to it
objects
easily.
you can just
So it
loop
doesn't
it
like
around
float
real
away.
quick. Yeah, There's plenty of things you can anchor
Okay,
it to.
great. Yeah, I want to
Okay.
anchor it down to the ground.
And immediately, Captain of Terror, you basically sense that this
Yeah.
direction, at the very tippy top there, is your quarry on the same level you're currently at. It's like following the arch of this deck, straight ahead, slightly to the left.
Straight
And
ahead
it
to the left,
seems...
boys. Chests ahoy.
Now the question is, do you head off that direction going
Nice.
through walls, or do you follow your boys?
I will follow my boys so I can protect them.
Aww. Okay, so you're sticking
Well,
behind the guys
yep,
as
protect them from behind.
off camera somewhere, a certain eel has found a safe hiding place and is slithering around, tying themselves to a tiny, tiny knot as small as they can be. And Oregon Ramsey, are you heading the direction the captain tells you?
Absolutely.
You totally see like a room with the door busted open. It looks like one of these eels forced their way into the room. And there's tatters of undead body parts. We're talking just wrists and hands and feet and ankles of like enough to be
feast.
2 or 3 undead. And it obviously looks like one of the officers' quarters.
Legos.
And then you clearly walk past there without checking it out any further since you're following your captain's directions.
Yeah, I'm looking for the chest.
And give me your athletics check.
Okay.
Not a problem swimming below this deck. It's as if you lived as an undead underwater for all your life. Or wait, unlife. Okay, and you see clearly the captain's door, which is like floating up on the ceiling. And the doorway is wide open with its hinges ripped apart. You know, there's like explosion happened in the captain's quarters, so the windows that would normally be there that you can see are completely shot out with, you feel a hint of current coming back and forth. And in the captain's closet, you see the door kind of shuddering as if almost something is wriggling inside the closet.
As if there's the serpent has found its hidey hole.
And Bone Tibia, you've watched everybody disappear down the hole. A crab has tormented you with its armored carapace.
I'm gonna shoot the goddamn crab again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
I just eat shit crab.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, a 22 will crack its carapace. What's the damage for that? 8 points. Now the crab, I was just going to offer it to you that the crab is, as I said before, completely oblivious to your existence. Because, you know, it really doesn't acknowledge you way over there in the distance. They only sense, you know, movement and shit. Go ahead and add your sneak attack.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's much nicer.
Wow.
So, very nice. I love how one dice came up a 1 and the other came up a 6. Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does it look like when you hit this crab vitally between the gaps of its carapace, and then it kind of does this half float upside down with its legs curling in with this wretched motion, and the bolt of your quiver sticks out?
You've already described it pretty well, but yeah, I just fire it off. It goes through the crab, tries to pin it to the ground, but not very effective underwater. I give a little fist pump, try not to fall off the beam in the same motion as I realize I'm underwater. Take that, you damn dirty crabs. I'm helping, guys.
Well, yeah, now they've got something to distract them and eat instead of us.
Yes, that's very true.
Hey,
Sweetum's like, I didn't even know crabs.
crabs have no problem doing that too. Okay, so Sweetums,
Really
you catching up to Organ Ramsey?
Yeah. Can I do a perception check to look as I go?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Dokey.
Really crabs are a cancer upon the sea.
Ooh, that's
There
a
we go.
good perception check.
I'm looking for anything important that I might need to grab, as well as the chests as I move through the water.
Ooh. So as you're moving through, all of a sudden you're swimming, and totally give me an athletics check for your swimming. As you look and swim, all of a sudden a tobacco pipe, goes swooshing in your current right past your nose. And this is a beautifully, intricately carved pipe. It looks like a sailing ship, where it goes down to the bowl part. It looks like a sailing ship with rushing waves on the sides of it. It seems almost too nice for being at the bottom of the ocean for, almost 2 weeks now.
Can I grab it?
Yep, you
Put
can
it in my
totally
pocket.
reach your hand out, snatch it, and put it in your vest.
Great. Thank you very much, sir.
When you have a chance, or you can hang out with one of your magic-using friends, you can ask them to check out this pipe, or you can put soap in it and blow bubbles. And
There you
that's
go.
what you can put down on your character sheet.
Oh.
Okay. And you guys are kind of noticing some sparkly coins kind of in the sand. Just every few feet, there's more coins. And you as well see the open captain's quarters door, and then the adjacent one that totally says passenger.
Oh, baby.
And it totally sounds like what your captain was referring to. And speaking of your captain, Captain Terra, are you coming wafting up behind them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you doing anything perceptive-y, or are you taking a second maneuver to go through the passenger door?
I will take a second maneuver and go through the passenger door.
The door is in fact still there and on its hinges, though you see somebody
so
at
I'm
one
going
point.
through the passenger door.
At some point, somebody totally shot the lock out, but the door itself
Oh.
is closed, almost as if someone boarded the door behind them. As you go through, you totally see that there is it looks like a corpse with his back to the door, and he's holding a bar that goes across the door, and it takes you a second as you ghost through the door and him, as you look back and realize it is a living undead that's apparently boarded the door and locking themselves in there.
Oh.
And it kind of makes a look towards you. Hear this noise coming from the captain's quarters that's kind of echoing through it's resonating through the wood itself, as the undead makes a scared look in that direction, and then looks at you and makes this shrieky, silent, underwater panic face, and he seems to be trying to swim and turn around and pull the bar up to try to vacate these quarters as a ghost just swam through him. Is there any gesture or anything you would like to say to him before he opens the door and meets your friends outside?
Be still. We're on the same side.
And he makes this panicky face, but just to see what happens, give me a persuasion check real quick, or a charm. Persuasion if you command him, charm if you try to be, I'm the friendly ghost.
Oh no, I'm not a friendly ghost. I will command him. Be still. We're on the same team. Or be still. I'm from and whatever the captain's dude name is.
Okay. And
No.
he immediately stops his panic clawing for the 2x4 shaped board and turns around at you and immediately snaps a sailor salute to you, Captain. And you see him, he basically looks like a fish gasping for air, but he's trying to talk. So he's just making the mouth movements and waves his hand like he's having a conversation with you. And you're just like, I don't hear what you're saying.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder in a reassuring
Through his shoulder, you mean?
manner. Oh yeah, about where his shoulder would be.
Our captain has mastered the approximation where flesh would be.
Yes. And say, it's okay. We'll talk about it when we get on the ship. You have a new ship and a new crew.
And his eyes get big with that. He's liking what you're selling. He's buying. He's buying for double the price.
Absolutely. We are brothers of the sea. Boys, come on in. I think we found the place.
Do you ask him to take the board off the door?
Oh yeah. Open the door. I've got other crew that need to get in. We've got cargo to retrieve.
As he gladly turns around and unboards the door and gives it a half pull to the inside. And you could practically hear him saying, "Sir, yes, sir."
Nice. I'm going to have to ask him his name when he has access to oxygen. Actually, can I shape the water around him and ask him around his head and ask him his name?
Fortunately, you can't get usable air from the water.
Oh,
the problem.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll wait.
Sorry, I'm just having the idea. I could just sharpshoot him when you guys get out.
Oh, that's cold. Even for an undead, that's cold. Okay, and he kind of does this like gesture around of like, what are you here for? What can I help you out with? As you know, he pulls the door too, so that way the others are out there and they can come in.
We need to recover the witch's possessions.
And he totally puts a finger up like an aha. And he totally gives you the mime gesture to come with me, and he walks over, and there's a very large 4-poster bed with the curtains, and he kind of like lifts the bed a little and pulls out one steamer chest and then another steamer chest, and then he gives you a finger of hold on a minute, and then point gestures to 2, and you see him dive under the bed as the other 2 show up in the doorway.
Oh. Excellent. Okay, let's get these rigged up or pull them out to the middle of the ship and send them up.
Okay, so that means Organ Ramsey, and you come in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sweetums and Organ Ramsey come in. You see 2 of the chests that were described. Your captain was there, and you see a pair of moving legs from under the bed.
Well, Captain knows what he's doing. He told us to take these chests, so
We've got a new crewmate.
So we want to take these chests back out to the rope, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, I can.
Aye, lad.
And one thing you notice, by the way, is these chests seem very buoyant, but they're not like floating away on you or anything. They feel like they've got air chambers inside them.
Oh.
I mean, you were told that they were probably going to be safe if they sunk. Do you really want your soothsayer, taking her fortune-telling books underwater? No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I guess I'll take one of the chests out towards the rope.
Okay. So you grab the chest, and it gives you just enough negative buoyancy that your feet on the deck can get good traction, so you can just walk with this chest. You've got that classic sailor style where the chest is on one shoulder and you're just holding the handle to keep it leveraged. As you guys are totally heading out towards the rope area, you hear the vibration in the wood coming out of the captain's quarters that you are pretty sure that giant eel is in the captain's closet trying to make itself as small a ball as possible.
It can keep doing that.
I almost feel bad harassing poor innocent animals.
You are a thing of death.
No. My crew watches my back and I watch theirs.
And your crew definitely appreciates it. Okay, so Sweetums, you do the same. You grab one, and Organ Ramsey, you grab one, and you guys go walking away. Right? That was a question mark.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was a question, not a statement. It sounded very statementy. Okay? So as you guys go walking off, you feel the thumps of your footfalls hit the deck, and immediately you feel this burr vibration sound as he pulls out slowly the two other chests, and he gestures to you and points, and he heard your command, so he totally tries picking one up. Oh, this guy's not so buff, but let's see.
Oh.
He tries to pick one up, and it's just kind of like, even though it's buoyant, kind of comes down back to the deck because he's not the buff type. He's got the Slim Shady build going.
Can I pick up a second chest?
Oh, okay. Because your strength
finding
is
them,
what?
Finding the chest is a vitally important role.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case he felt bad about being a weakling.
Oh, and you say that to help boost his morale?
Yep.
And he totally gives you 2 thumbs up. And then he kind of gives this weird questioning hand gesture, and he puts his hands together. What is your passive perception, by the way?
Oh, it's probably not. 11?
Okay. 11's good enough. He gives a hand gesture that you're pretty sure means the mouth of the eels, and then he puts his hands up in a questioning gesture.
Oh. Yeah, they're kind of afraid to look at me. It's a thing the living have. Not used to seeing ghosts.
And then he gives the finger and goes, ah, and then wink, big exaggerated mime wink. And then he throws his hands up in a questioning gesture again. And then he does this, clicks his pinky and 2 fingers his thumb and 2 fingers on each of his hands, and ties this sideways scuttle, which you immediately are taking as a gesture for a crab.
Oh.
He's good at Pictionary.
The crabs, we have been keeping their distance, but they're living, so maybe they'll be afraid of me as well. If not, we've got a lot of crew here. We will protect you. In fact, we can send you up with the chests.
He gives you big winky thumbs up. Okay, and then he basically gives you the okay, sign, and then the hands up of, and then he points towards where the guys went with the chest. Like, are we going that way is what you're assuming he's saying. Something to that effect.
Yep, follow the men. Did you see Sweetum's note?
I did not. But yeah, he definitely has the he can carry 2.
Okay,
Excellent.
great. Thank you.
So
Yeah. Follow them, and I'll come behind you to protect you. I watch my
Okay.
crew's back.
So he totally and you can see he's very apprehensive as he totally looks in the captain's quarters and points in there and points towards his ear like he hears something, and definitely does a crossbones symbol with his hands like danger, and kind of looks at the hallway and immediately reaches down to scoop some of those coins that he sees.
Don't. We've got plenty of coins. You'll get paid as part of the crew. Just keep up with the group, please.
And you clearly see he's got like 5 copper on him, and he just like throws it over his shoulders. The coins go flittering down behind him as he realizes it's just fucking copper. As he basically, scurries up as quick as he can to catch up with them, and you know that there's one chest still back in the room, but he is totally there by the time your guys have tied up the chests. And about that time, when you guys are over here to the opening esh where the one rope could pull the 3 chests up, and then who's gonna go back for the 4th chest?
I will.
Okay.
Sweetums.
Okay, so Sweetums will go back for it. So that leaves
It's about
Organ
here?
Ramsey. Yep, it's about like a little above there. So while you two are there with your friend, and he totally is willing to help make sure the knots are good. You can see he's really competent with his agile hands with making
Good
knots.
sailors.
Yep. And there's enough rope left for the 4th chest to be tied to. He kind of gestures to the captain and to Organ Ramsey to his eyes and his fingers to scan around. Basically, Organ Ramsey, what is your passive perception?
Where is that?
It's underneath your stats. You know where your dex, strength, con, and all that is? It's the next box underneath for passive perception.
I am not seeing. At 10.
A 10. So you have no idea what he's hand gesturing. By the way, Captain Terra, he's totally giving you you think. Have you guys searched the ship?
Oh.
Organ Ramsey's just like, you wave your hands back to him, kind of crazy gestures. You do fish gills face.
I mean, we were on a mission. We haven't had time to search the ship, but damn it, you've triggered my greed response. The thing is,
God.
I mean, the funny thing is, you could probably search the ship quicker than the crew could, but that's just my opinion.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah,
but do you really want to split the party?
I mean, we're going to... Oh, actually... How are we going to get them back up?
If you
We're
find
going to
them?
have to send the rope back down.
Did you think about that? I was trying to trick you. Yes, I was.
Well,
I still have my rope.
If 2 people goes up on the rope, and then one floats back down with another cannonball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
We'll have to do it in stages.
Yeah.
And while we're transporting, I can do a quick once around.
Hey, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So through the side of the ship at the gaping hole, you hear scratching sounds.
Oh.
Well, Sweetums is coming back, and there's these big-ass crabs. We're talking, they look like coconut crabs. If you've ever seen one of them monsters in real life. You know, the crabs that take dogs.
Oh. That sounds unpleasant.
And look at cars and say, I'm walking here.
So, does my kick-ass perception check still stand, or do I have to roll another one?
It would be, you would have to roll another one.
Okay.
Are you looking to look around as you're picking up that last trunk? Holy crap.
Lightning strikes twice.
Nice.
So, you immediately see a large sack that gets your attention because it looks like currency. You know, it looks like it's a really nice leather sack. You know, it's like a fancy jeweler's purse type of thing. And since that is a natural 20, you kind of take a quick second to open it, and you see at least 8 or 9 sparkling jewels inside of it, and one real interesting gem that seems to have a glow within it. Do me a favor, roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
Right, following all the good loot today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what we
earning
get
his
for not
spot
looking.
on the crew.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. From the gem that's glowing, you know, because you're using your dark vision, which is kind of rough for making out any color because it's just black and white vision. You kind of squint to see what kind of glow is coming out of it, and immediately you know for a fact there's something hinky with this one gem. The rest look like, you know, beautiful glittering gems, but it seems to be a bluish glow coming from it.
Your mic keeps coming.
If you were to guess.
Now, your mic keeps cutting
Can you hear me?
out. I'm sorry. Cutting out, or is yours? Yeah, I did hear what you described.
Okay, so yeah, it's got a glow, a blue glow coming out of it. And you might want to write that down on your character sheet.
Yes, sir, I will.
As you totally go, hey, I am going to attempt to appraise these gems quickly while putting the crate on my shoulder. You know, your one hand is holding the bag, shaking it to see the glowy blue one come out more as you're holding this dice bag full of gems, and one is glowy. And you've got coincidentally, the trunk on your shoulder. Now the question is, do you put them back in your pocket and hide that you have them? Or are you upfront about it?
Oh, no, I'm going to be upfront about it. This is a team effort.
I love my crew. We may be pirates, but we're not thieves.
They know better than to cross
Not
their
from
captain.
each other, from everyone else. I'm happy to steal, but not from my buddies, no.
They know where their bread is buttered.
Can I move my character back
Or
over?
fancy
Yep.
butter.
You can totally catch up with the group as you notice, just as you get there with the chest on your shoulder, that there is a small group of crabs encroaching upon you.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Guess, can I make my scary face again? I hate being a one-trick pony.
Wait, it says that it stays on for 24 hours, doesn't it?
Well, that's the fear stays on, so whoever you fear is feared that long, but he turned it off.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But can I turn it back on?
You can totally turn it back on.
Okay, I will
Note
terrify
to
you.
self, next time, undead crabs. These crabs drink your blight. They have turned evil and undead. Wisdom from a crab. That just kind of hurts my head. Let's
Oh my
see
God.
what the
You guys are
crab's
making me
wisdom
cough.
is.
Crab wisdom. Pinch, pinch, pinch.
You're gonna get the clamps.
That's just horrible. And I'm just gonna do 2
Hey, but we're not getting the
saves
crabs.
instead of all 5. So here's the group that's to the left northish.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's 11, so they got it. They saved somehow. Safety in numbers?
Apparently they are emboldened because they haven't seen a crab die yet today. And here's the group to the right and south.
Holy
crap! They have tasted crab in the water and they are emboldened.
What's with these
Yeah.
crabs?
We're
These
gonna be crab
animals fear not your
salad
face.
tonight.
Well, you know what it is they're ignoring Capt and Tempest because you're not food. The other 3 are food.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just this like optical illusion that doesn't exist because you don't have flavor. No flavor.
We'll have to bait for happening flavor crystals later.
I mean, come on, crabs are awesome carrion eaters. So
But
as
see,
you
now
guys,
you don't need undead crabs.
I still might need undead crabs. Come on, they were eating the blight down here and have turned to bad. Go ahead and give me your initiative roll. I mean, if you want, you can scurry up the rope to avoid them, and then, you know, once everybody's on the rope, go hee-yah to get the rope going. And we'll see how many rounds it takes, and the crabs can swim after you. Oh, I was hoping my crabs would roll high. Why can't my crabs roll high? Come on, somebody roll under a 7. Ah, that was
What the hell?
Oh, that's a natural 20.
And just for the record, that's going to be our new crew member who also is rolling high. All of a sudden, all of you undead have had, you know, horror stories that you've heard about undead pirates trapped in shipwrecks being picked to pieces by crabs. And you're all motivated to not be eaten by crabs.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all of you are going for the rope, and you can totally see from your vantage point there, Bone Tibia, that they have tied up the chest. The rope is kind of taut.
All right.
Who's going
I-
first, Organ Ramsey?
Yeah, I will just go for the rope and try and not be eaten by crabs.
You go up a couple handholds, so you're between the first and the second chest.
Yeah, make sure there's room for Sweetums to get on.
I mean, the best part is you can just sit on the second chest.
Yeah. Have a nice ride up.
Your new teammate really did good knots. Okay, Captain Tempest, the crabs seem unaffected by your fear, or their hunger is overriding their fear centers. I mean, come on, I've seen that meme where there's a crab that had its leg ripped out and it's eating its own leg stump.
Yeah.
They're crabs. They're pretty basic.
Well, okay. Can I hold my action until Gordon Sweetums get up the rope a little bit?
Okay.
Get up the rope.
So what is the action you're holding for once they're up there?
I want to cast that.
Ooh. Wow, as everybody up on the boat will see this bubble montage of a depth charge going off. Okay, so...
But I'm letting them get up the rope first. At least 15 feet.
Okay. So, Bon Tibia or Sweetums, do either of you have +4 to Dex? You know, a Dex bonus of +4.
No.
Okay, so your your new sailor, if you don't, is scurrying up before both of you guys to get up on the rock, and he totally leans back like it's a swing and holds the rope at a weird angle, puts his feet out in the air, all giddy as a schoolgirl. So he is officially up on the rope as well. So Organ Ramsey, then him. There's room for 2 more, even though there's only 1 more person to get up there. So Bone Tibia, you're going to swim for that rope before it disappears?
Well, I should have a rope next to me, too.
Well, only one of you took a rope down.
No, I took the swing down.
But did you connect the swing to a rope? I thought you were using it as a weight.
Oh.
No. I thought it was connected to a rope.
Okay. My misunderstanding. I will accept that from your position.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's hope the ropes don't get tangled.
I might get out of there, but maybe I should shoot at a crab first.
Do it.
Just in case the crabs try to get the guys.
Okay,
Let's
which crab are you shooting at? With your vantage point way up on the only mass that's really sticking up there.
I'm gonna shoot one of the closest to the 3 crabs on the left.
Okay, so this one, this is the closest one you can see. This guy's undercover.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna try and make another decoy crab.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Gonna
take
use
your
take steady my aim.
Okay, bonus action, you're doing that.
Gonna shoot my crossbow, not doing any fancy tricks this time, and 14.
14, your bolt goes flying through the water with a little trail of bubbles. And the crab is looking at Organ Ramsey, who jumped up on the rope, and his claws are going snapping up in the air. And you can totally see his little butt fins are getting ready to start swimming as your bolt goes flying up to him and just goes boink off of his shell.
Darn it.
His armor, he has not recently shed his carapace. It is fully hardened and just a little too tough for that bolt underwater to do damage.
I hate it when they're hard.
You like the soft shell experience.
Yes.
Okay, so Sweetums, are you climbing up the rope?
So I'm assuming, I just want to get this straight, that the rope is going to be pulled up. We're not climbing up the rope with the chests, right?
Correct. You're going to jerk on the rope, and the rope will be getting pulled up in a handful of rounds. We're going to roll a d4 to find out how many it takes them to acknowledge your signal.
All right, yeah, I'm going to get up behind the other 2 that are on the rope, the new crewmate and Organ Ramsey.
And you're going to give the rope a big, hefty pull?
Down from... Yep.
You're giving the
I'm
signal?
a big guy, I can give it a pull. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so immediately when you... Oh, that's not good. You immediately give the rope a nice, hefty pull. And silence ensues for just a moment. As the crabs, what is their swim speed? They've got a swim speed of 30 feet. You know that creepy thing when crabs swim and they do that weird helicopter with their butt fins? It looks all awkward as they look like a wounded flying saucer. As the crabs are flying up. And looks like Organ Ramsey's big and beefy. So you and the new crew member each have a crab on you. Organ Ramsey, with his big, beautiful, delicious, muscular strength of so much, has 3 that are interested in him. As they all come swimming up to start chewing on you. So first, and of course, Captain Tempest completely ignored. It's almost like their blind sight doesn't notice an incorporeal ghost floating around. So the first one is going to attempt to claw Sweetums. Will a 14 hit Sweetums?
Not even close.
As he's going sneaky, 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 and you're just like, stop tickling me. Okay, next comes our new crew member. Oh, Jesus. He will take some claw damage. Holy what was that? As the crab is chewing into his guts with like scissor pincers, and you're seeing like his kidney go floating out as it's ripping into him, and it's just doing that creepy move where they just shove everything in their mouth hole. And then here come the three that are going to chew on organ. So here's the one to the south. Will an 11 hit you?
No.
As he's floating with his little claws hanging down and he's snapping at you. Then the next one is going to go for your face. Will a 22 hit you in the face?
22 does hit.
As he opens your lip up with 2 bludgeoning damage. And he clamps down on you. He is attached to you at the moment. We will totally...
I don't like that.
We will totally give him the I'm holding you, organ. I'm going to go up with you the whole time fighting. As this crab will be like heroically grabbing onto the giant and punching him and pull up to the surface. And then the last one. Will a 21 hit organ?
It does.
As he totally nails you in the butt cheek for 7 bludgeoning points and attaches to your ass.
I'm crabbed.
This seems like something to get angry about.
Yeah.
It's a drive-by crabbing.
Crabs were a common problem on sailor ships, so, I mean, this is not new.
Just a different type of crabs.
Well, there goes my plan.
And Captain, you're noticing your crew up top has not started pulling the rope yet. I'm assuming you'd like to continue holding Thunderwave?
No,
Come on, you're sure your crew could survive Thunderwave. Oh wait, the chest might take
Can I drop Thunderwave and switch to a different spell?
You can totally change your mind. It's your turn.
I want to change my mind. I want to shoot a ray of frost at the crab on Gordon Ramsay's ass.
Okay, this one that is biting his ass.
Yeah.
I need to give you a saving throw against what attribute?
It says spell save DC 14. So, Sorcerer, is that charisma? Or?
Sorcerer charisma.
No, I was needing to know what stat the saving throw is. If it's a wisdom or a dex.
It just says spell save DC. It doesn't say.
I accidentally clicked a button. Let me get back to it and see. Make a range. Okay, so it's not a save. It's a ranged spell attack. So you're going to roll your spell attack.
Oh. Well, because it says spell save DC at the bottom.
Well, all spells will list that at the bottom, but in the description it says fire a beam of blue-white light towards a creature, make a ranged spell attack, and if it hits...
It does say that right there. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's dumb. Where's my... Can I use Lightning Lure as my spell attack? Because I don't have Frostbolt in there right now yet.
Okay, yeah, you could totally do that just for the same attack number.
Right, that's all it's for.
Yep. Actually, no, Lightning Lure is a save spell.
Oh.
So, if we click to your spell page, you're +6. So roll a d20 +6.
Okay.
Dang! Bam! That is a good roll with that +6. As you
And that's
shoot the beam, which leaves like a tiny beam tracer of ice crystals underwater. So you now have a ice pick
Awesome.
if you want for a second before the warm tropical waters melt it. And the beam totally hits him for how much damage? For 3 points of damage. And its speed is reduced by 10.
oh, it's something. Plus,
Mhm.
you know, an ice patch on that hole in your butt.
As its one claws and a little ice ball. Nyeh. Nyeh. So top of the order, Oregon Ramsey. You have
I got a
2
crab in my
crabs
face.
attached and another one fluttering to want to kill you. Say, "A curse upon your people."
Okay, I would like to go into a rage again. Because I have
Okay.
a crab on my face.
Okay. Bonus action, you begin to rage because you have crabs. One on your ass, one in your mouth, clipping in your freaking lip. And
Can I
one
grab the one on my face and try and rip its arm off?
I mean, it is grappling you at the moment, so yes, you can totally attack it. I mean, so you're gonna like use your claws to try to do that, or do you want to escape the grapple? Because to escape the grapple, you have to do that as your action is escape the grapple. Or do you just want to bash the thing while it's attached to you?
Yeah, what does the grapple do to me?
So the grapple basically means if it swims, it can pull you with, which is not really going to probably happen. It's just basically using the grapple to hold on to and keep attacking you with its other claw.
Yes, I won't break the grapple. I'll try and just
Hulk smash.
yeah, teeth and claw it.
Okay. So
Hulk smash!
go for your attack.
Little
Okay.
did you know that approaching my mouth was a terrible mistake.
Evil crabs.
I get it with 16.
16 will definitely hit its hard little carapace.
Yeah.
Now, how much damage are you doing to it?
So now 4.
4 points of damage. It definitely looks like it hurts, but it's not like bloodied or anything yet.
All
It's
right.
got some stress cracks in its carapace.
And since I'm raging, I think I also want to do a more slaughter attack.
What is that? And doesn't your regular attack do some extra damage while you're raging?
Oh,
I think it's +2, right?
Shh, I'm not telling. He's level 4. He
I
should
know.
Just because we haven't played in 2 months.
Yeah.
I guess.
If you look on your character sheet for the rage section, it should tell you. Down in the bottom left-hand side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is that right?
Yep, that's perfectly right. So 2 extra points of damage. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do, what were you going to do?
So when I'm, as a blood scourger, when I'm raging, I can do an additional unarmed attack that
That was totally just me clicking your rage power so you can see it. More slaughter.
you take an additional strike and get temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yes, cool.
Okay, so yep, go for an unarmed strike.
How do you roll unarmed?
So it's D20 plus your strength. So you'd be a D20 plus 3. And you'll be doing 4 points of damage as you basically headbutt the thing as it's attached to your lip. Okay, that's an interesting way of rolling.
Oh, that's 3d20s. That's not what I wanted.
But you hit. Oh my goodness! Look at
So
that.
we're now playing Mobius's 2d20 system with a bonus die.
There's the d20.
Okay, and you're plus what, 3 for strength?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, that's a 16, so that's good enough to hit him again. So basically, it's 1d4. It's 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So he takes an additional 4 points of damage, which means he is fucked up at this point. There's little bits of crab meat coming out of his messed up shell as you like clawed him and then headbutted him, and you just see stress cracks going like a bullet hit the center of his shell, and little bits of crab ichor coming out.
Yeah, and then I get a 4 temporary hit points.
Yep.
Nice.
And remember, you are raging now, so any damage to you is halved.
Great.
Okay. So, since we're at the top of the order there, Captain, is there anything you're going to do?
Oh.
Your plan was great if the rope would just start pulling. You're wondering who is up there that did not acknowledge the signal. There's probably the gunner and the warcaster debating whether that was a pull or a tug. A tug should be a little more robust.
I'm a 300-pound troll. How would that not be robust?
This is what happens when I roll a d4 to see how many rounds it'll take.
Can I cast this on Gordon Ramsay? Or Oregon Ramsey, pardon me.
Ooh, you can. So you're going to go ahead and use your bonus action to turn tangible? And then you're going to cast this on him to buff him up?
Yes.
Ooh, as all of a sudden you cast that, what does your scything touch look like?
So, a piratey scimitar whips out of my belt and stretches across the ocean, slashing ethereally across Gordon Ramsay's chest, imbuing him with great power, and giving him a glow. It gives him a glow of dark energy. So not a glow, but a dark shade.
A dark miasma aura.
Yes. That spreads out, and hostile creatures within 10 feet of him seem to
which on the plus
shrink
side,
a little.
all of the attacking crabs, their shells kind of soften in the aura.
Yeah.
Their shells look kind of sickly looking. There was cracks that you didn't notice there before. That's going to make life easier for somebody. Bontibia. You see your friends have climbed the rope. You see there's crabs everywhere.
I'm going to go all or nothing with my sharpshooter and steady action. Steady strike, whatever it is. Steady aim. All right. Crossbow. I guess I'm shooting the one on Oregon Ramsey's butt because that's when it's done the most damage.
Everyone's focusing on Oregon's butt.
So that's
for good reason.
It's his
that's
best
a 12 feature. After the -5. Does that hit? No.
But it's got a -2 to AC.
But not with the -5.
Yep. I went all or nothing, and it didn't work.
The arrow goes fluttering out there and goes boink.
Fortunately, it didn't also hit me.
And
Yeah.
then the crab grabs the dart and throws it away from it with a.
Ninja
And
I
crab.
haven't decided
then
whether this trick is worth it.
Then the crab looks at you and points its 2 claws at its eye stalks and points them at you. Immediately, he's become Sebastian from under the sea. Are you signaling for your rope to pull you up, or are you staying behind for your compatriots?
I'm staying behind for my compatriots. I have not picked up yet that the other rope is not going to move, apparently.
Okay. So, Sweetums, you have a crab snapping at you doing crab fool. Snap, 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 snap. Pretty damn ineffectively, too. And then you have Organ Ramsey covered in crabs. You could help him if you want.
Okay, so we also have a new crewmate in between the two of us, right? With
Yeah,
a crab on him,
who just got his guts opened up.
but he's still undead alive, correct?
He's still undead alive for the moment. I mean, he took a pretty hard shot to the guts.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the one on him.
Aw, that's
Since
sweet.
everybody else is helping out Organ, I'm going to help out the guy that is kind of hanging loose. He's
Yeah.
closest to me anyway.
He has it all hanging out right now.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
So-
the rope is all within close distance.
I'm going to do my first attack. Slide up here.
Are you dual wielding? Are you letting go of the rope?
No, but I do have a bonus attack. I have an action surge
Ooh.
that I'm going to use. So I will get 2 attacks with one hand.
Chop, chop, like a sushi chef. Unfortunately, with your first swing under the water, because remember, underwater, your axes are at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
You swing and roll a natural 1.
Yep, I saw that. So
As your axe goes slipping from your grip, and you see it swim out about 5 feet from you, as you wave your fingertips for it to come back, and it starts to sink down into the hold of the ship.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, well,
See.
yeah, under the sea. So,
Boarding axe, swim back to me.
can I draw my second one and still do the action surge?
You could do that.
Okay, I'm going to do a second attack with my main weapon then, using my action surge. See if it's any better. It is.
So you
Did it
reach
hit?
back with your spare boarding axe and you swing with your hand again, and this time it connects with the guy for how much damage?
All right. So I want to do. I don't know if this is allowed, but I also have this.
Beginning when you choose this archetype. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with weapon attack, you can cause an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. Very nice, very nice.
Okay, so damage
Okay.
would be.
First, you would click boarding axe for the damage.
Yeah.
And then you would roll a 1d6 for the extra damage. It is capable in one shot with that weapon to do a kill.
So did I click the right button? No, I did not. I'm sorry.
No, you clicked the correct button. You clicked for 13 points with your boarding axe, which, by the way...
No,
that's the attack button.
Yeah,
clicked
click
the wrong
the
button.
word boarding axe.
My bad. Okay.
The word boarding attack.
Go
X
into
in the chat.
the conversation button, the little cartoon.
Oh, no.
On your attack where it shows the number, click boarding
got
axe
you.
there.
I got you. My bad.
Okay, so your axe digs in deep to this little crab that's not so little for 8 points of damage, and you see bits of crab spill out of him. And you
one
do
more.
1 point of necrotic damage. It is still alive. And the worst part is over here, you see your axe slowly sinking in the cool way sinking things go with that little waddle as it waves back and forth as it's sinking down below. And now you're kind of concerned. You're really concerned.
I'm gonna have to buy another one. I'm not going back for my axe.
You could totally try to go back for the axe.
Okay,
what are the odds the rope will pull at that exact moment? By the way, I give only bad advice.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna chance it. No, I've got one axe in my hand. I can still fight, and I'm gonna stick where I am with my crew.
Okay, so this crab, even though you chopped it with an axe, and for a second there it reaches up and pulls some of its own meat and eats that, it's still gonna rip into your friend. Crab and zombie.
Oh my goodness.
Just don't do 9 points. Okay, 6 bludgeoning. This guy's looking worse for wear, but this crab pulls out a chunk of him and just bites into it, and the guy's like, help! But all you're getting is gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. And of course, the crab is now attached.
Don't worry, we've got a ship's doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have probably shot that guy.
Sweetums, your crab friend is coming back to you because he doesn't want to be left behind, saying, but you look so delicious. Please let me taste you.
Okay.
Will Sweetums get hit by a 13? Oh, wait.
Still.
A 19. They are flanking you now.
Okay, yes, the 19 will hit.
As he comes up behind you for 3 points. 3 whole points. But as he claws you, he has his left claw sink into you and he pinches you. And you feel that he is attached.
Okay.
I gotta admit, that is a cool little mechanic they had that they attach on an attack, not having to actually grapple.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 on Oregon Ramsey. Just because they're jerks, the guy that's not attached to you is going to move over here and try to attack you with advantage. He's using his friend's flanking powers. You're flanked by crabs. Will
is he
a 15
attack
hit
me
you?
Or...
No,
sorry.
he's attacked. All 3 are attacking Oregon Ramsey.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So will a 15 hit Oregon?
No.
Then the one that is attached to you to the left will attack you again with a natural 1, which means the very grievously wounded one reaches over and bites his own claw off and starts eating the remains of the claw as he is sinking away from you, probably dying. Remember when I joked about crabs cannibalizing themselves? Believe it or not, he is still alive. He has 1 hit point left. As he's eating the stump of his claw that he left that's pinching your mouth, you have a claw that's holding onto your lip.
Ooh, new jewelry.
And this guy is going to attack you. Will a 16 hit you?
No.
Then he pinches at you for no effect. Your thick skin takes his claw and laughs at it. Ha 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 ha. So, top of the order, it is Oregon Ramsey's turn. Are you going to pursue the one that's fleeing you and eating its own stub?
No, but I'm going to try and get the one that's in my butt.
You go swinging blindly some claws into your ass.
Yeah.
You ass biter.
All right, now let's shoot and claw my butt.
18 will definitely hit, especially with their reduced AC right now. For 6 points of damage. So he is really hurt, but he is hanging on like nobody's business.
All right.
El Clapper.
All right, should you take another bite out of him?
Yeah, I'm going to do my bonus.
You want to do a blunt punch or kick back there as you totally bring your foot up and horse kick him on your ass.
Yeah.
So 4 points of damage. That is enough to kill him off as you smash him against your ass. And there's that one little claw sticking out of your ass still. I mean, it's Only a DC 11 to pull it off later. As the little bits go sinking, and I'm betting this guy starts eating on him too. Nom, 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 nom.
We're all having some crab. It's delicious.
Okay. Captain Terror. Your newest crew member is looking very, very poor condition.
Yeah.
Organ Ramsey is in full-on rage, smashing crabs, and there's bits of crab flying everywhere.
So let's cast lightning lure at the one that's attached to the newest crew member.
Now, for the record, if you pull someone who is grappling someone else, that person goes with them.
Oh,
I will throw that
I
out
thought
to
it
you
would pull
rules
him
wise.
off.
No, because when you're grappled, basically anywhere they go, you go with them.
Well, then I'll just do a witch bolt. What the hell?
Ooh. Just don't roll
Nice.
a 1.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and make your range. Which one are you shooting at?
The one attached to the new
Your
crewmate.
new crew member? So the one right
Yeah.
there? Just don't roll a
Yeah.
1. That's
I
not
didn't.
a 1. Okay, so the AC is -2, which makes it an 11, and you rolled an 11, which is just good enough to hit.
Yay.
Your previous spell has weakened them just enough. So as you hit this guy with your underwater Sith lightning, and it obliterates.
Ooh, I like it. It's a shell sparkling across the seascape.
It's a shell of its former self. Okay, so I'm assuming you're not going to continue your witch bolt since the target is dead.
Correct.
Okay. As you lightning bolt this thing and it explodes, and your new crewmate is giving you the thank you hands, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, while he tries to like push some of his bits back inside his guts as his ichor is just flowing out in the water. Surely that won't attract anything.
No.
Okay, Bone Tibia, you're watching all this drama go on. You just saw lightning sparks. And you're probably questioning why the rope is taking so long.
Yeah, yeah, I probably need to pull my rope at this point, but I think I should need to shoot a crab, actually. No trick shots. Which
we have this
crab
one attacking
is...
Organ Ramsey. We've got this one attached behind Sweetum's.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll attack the one behind Sweetum's.
Aw.
So, crossbow, steadying my aim.
Okay, now remember,
should hit.
If you're shooting adjacent to an ally, it is disadvantage, which I'm sure your steady aim will neutralize to just make into a straight roll.
All right.
So you got a 14
sharpshooter...
there.
Yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter right now.
And this is the guy you're hitting?
Yep, that's the guy I'm hitting.
Okay, thanks to the weakening spell, his carapace is just soft enough that will easily hit him for 5 points.
5 points. He's next to an ally, so I sneak attack him.
He is next to an ally, so that would give...
Whoa!
Hey, that's a good roll. So with those combined numbers together is just enough to tell us how it looks like when you shoot and murder the crab that's attached to him.
Well, I'm going to have the crab just go flying off with, with its claw that's still attached to him, also still staying there. Into the depths. Bye, crab.
The bolt
Bye-bye.
goes through the claw, then through the crab, and the crab goes sinking to the deck below.
Yep.
To soon be eaten by more crabs.
Yep.
Okay, Sweetums, your ally has cleared you of crabbage. This
I'm going
crab
to
is
give a biggest tug I can. Should I make a strength or dex check or what?
Well, what are you doing? Tugging on the rope?
Tugging on the rope, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're tugging on the rope. No check is necessary. So obviously there was going to be actually one more round before they pulled. But instead of one more round, they will pull you at the end of this round, realizing what you mean by the tug. Oh, it was a tug. That is funny. Yes, the doctor indeed did take care of your crabs issue. So the crabs will get one last turn, which basically it's this crab. The one crab that did not connect to anybody yet is still going to go for Organ Ramsey. Organ Ramsey is made of the sweet, sweet crab meat.
Yeah.
Will a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so it hits you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
And that's
On the plus
half.
side, you are still raging, so it's only 2 points of damage.
Okay. Does that come up by temporary hit points first?
Yep, that would come off temporary hit points first.
Okay.
And it has grappled onto you, by the way. And conveniently, the second it grapples on, thanks to the mighty Sweetum's second tug, instead of one more round for pulling up the rope, your crew up there finally realizes, that's what it was. 2 tugs to pull up. And they immediately, you feel the rope snap tight, and you feel the accelerated whoosh of being pulled up. And you immediately jump up 20 feet in distance immediately. The axe lands in the silt. The captain sees you guys go whoosh. I'm assuming that the captain's going to pursue and Bone Tibby is going to pull his own rope.
Yes, I pull my own.
The captain's gonna retrieve the axe and then pursue.
Oh, so you're going to spend all of your bonus actions floating up to keep solid?
I am.
I like it. Wow, that's some dedication.
Wow. That's nice. Thank you.
Every 6 seconds, he drops it for a second, then catches it again, goes up. It goes through his hand, and then he catches it and keeps going up. That's some serious hardcore crew shit right there.
Nice.
And next round going up, Organ Ramsey, you have a crab connected with you. Are you going to attack it? It's totally.
I'm thinking maybe we could have a pet here.
You're totally barbarian raged up, and it's just nipple clamped on you.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit it some more.
Okay. I mean, it's untouched. I mean, granted, you still have nice, creepy necromancy things going, but a 10 will not be good enough to hit it.
Yeah. I guess I'll do my secondary hit.
Okay. And a 19 will definitely hit it.
Just smack it for 4.
Smack it for 4 points. War of attrition has begun.
Are you trying to kill it, or are you just trying to show it who's boss because you want it as a pet?
I mean, you can tell me if you want to do non-lethal damage. That's totally always a thing.
Yeah, we'll keep it around. It just needs to know that it can't get my nipples.
Okay. Is anyone going to try to reach up and help Organ Ramsey? I mean, Sweetums, you did say you were getting between him and the other guy, so you are within range.
Okay, great. Yeah. I will do my one attack.
And Organ Ramsey, I'm assuming you broke your rage, right? Because you can't do non-lethal when you're raging.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so Sweetums is going to reach up and help you with, your issue. And swings a boarding axe ridiculously close to your other nipple.
Okay, wait, but I have a reroll thing here. Hold on, I gotta find it. I'm sorry. That's for initiative. Never mind. My bad. Okay.
So as you guys are being pulled, he tries to swing the axe up current, and the current and everything just makes it miss the crab who swims out of the way. And whoosh, right against the nipple. Your nipple felt that. You're a barbarian. I'm not sure if it was pleasant or not. Okay, so Captain, you're swimming up and realizing, hey, I can keep up with them at this point. The crew's pulling them up, but only at 30 feet, a shot.
Nice. With axe in tow, in hand?
With axe in tow, burning your bonus action to keep
Yep.
tangible with it.
Okay. But I'm keeping up.
Captain's got the axe.
Well, hell, then can I just hand him the axe?
You can totally hand him the axe.
Hey, take this.
I've only got
Don't
one hand
drop it.
free.
He's holding onto the rope, and he has an axe in his other hand. Do you
Well, then
trick him
can
into
I shove it
grabbing
in
the
his-
axe?
There you go.
Can I shove it in his belt?
Sure, you can stick it into his, axe holder, however he
Okay.
carries them.
Yeah, stick it into his axe hole.
I was gonna say, stick it between my teeth. I'll bite it and hold the handle.
Undead dentistry, the next new realm. Okay, so Organ, you gonna whack the thing again?
Yeah. There's my.
Or, you could always grapple it back so it's grappled, but then again, you guys can keep punching each other while you're grappled. And a 15 will definitely hit as you bite down on it. You're giving it the bite of respect. And that is just shy of submission hold on the crab. As the crab is holding on to you and weakly fluttering, and he's just like, I hate you in crab, which is more of a clackety clack clack clack. As the crab looks really, really poorly right now.
Shoot it.
All right.
Oh, wow. I'm hacking up my lungs here, guys. Sorry.
We're killing you. We're killing you by the end of the night, and that's our goal. Okay?
No. It's so funny.
So pretty much immediately Bone Tibia's rope tightens and starts pulling Bone Tibia up there. It's like, see guys, as soon as I tugged it, they pulled. Why did they take 1d4 rounds and they rolled a fucking 4 to get you guys pulled up? As you guys go up there, and is Organ Ramsey gonna try one more shot? Or did you want to do your extra attack?
I can only do that while I'm raging.
Oh, okay. So now that your rage has subsided, you can't knee your face with a crab attached. Okay. So next round, what does Organ Ramsey do?
I guess I'll do another non-lethal attack on it.
Okay, go for it. We just need an 11 or better here. There you go. And you only need to do 1 point of damage. As you knock the crab out and then kind of, I'm assuming, gingerly hold on to it while you're going to the surface.
Gives my best friend holding it by its claw for shooting up through the water together.
As the crew bring you guys up to the surface, and they throw down the ladders so that way you guys can each climb up the ladders. They totally wonder why Organ Ramsey has a claw hanging off his lip and a claw hanging off his ass and a giant crab in his hand like a baby. I will call him
Boinus
George.
crab.
And they give you guys hands out so you can get up on the boat easy. As they totally winch Bone Tibia up on the swing, because that swing's used for washing the side of the boat. And swing you around on the little pivot arm, and they pull up those chests. As immediately your new guest gets all giddy and excited when she sees her big steamer chests with her name written all over them and some other stuff that thankfully nobody got a really close look at other than just picking them up and dragging them. As she's excellently happy about this, as the captain comes up out of the water, and he's like, are you barking orders to have them mop that seawater off your deck?
Yep.
The one ship in the Empire that uses the fresh water to mop the deck instead of seawater.
Get that salt out of here. I've had enough salt for a decade.
As she immediately says, "Yes, those are my chests. They will have all of my belongings." Excellent. And she gets a little maniacal glint in her eye.
And we'll keep them safe for you until we reach harbor.
Ooh, give me an insight check. Bless you.
Bink.
Oh, you sense with that natural 20 insight check, she was very unhappy about your statements, and you, beyond a shadow of death's doubt, because you're undead, it's not just doubt, it's death's doubt, know that this woman is going to try to attempt whatever she can to get a hold of those chests and get off this boat before you get to shore. You have zero doubt. You are 100% sure. You are as sure as the day you died. I mean, some shit you don't forget.
Yeah.
You are absolutely guaranteed sure that she's going to attempt to betray you to get her shit and get off your boat before you hit back where you're going.
On the one hand, I can't blame her. On the other hand, gonna have to set up watches and guards and.
I mean, it's your boat. You can always order her to be put into chains and put her in the brig.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
order to bring her back alive, not with legs.
Technically, you're to bring her back dead or alive. Because she can be resurrected and be almost as valuable.
I don't want her dead, and I want her whole.
Because you were promised some extra perks if she's alive.
It's relatively minor surgery to make it so that someone can never walk again.
Just go back and get that Achilles tendon and go snick snick.
Yep.
Your physician has shears that do just that. Oh wait, those are chest crackers. They do the other job appropriately well.
The thing is, I still want her as a friend.
Okay.
I feel like if I lock her up,
it's just that you're aware she'll do anything. I mean, if you were to negotiate with her, there could totally be a thing there. But your insight totally reads her desperation that she is going to do anything within her power. I mean, you could always try to convince her not to. I mean, even though you're a Spector, you're pretty charming in your own way.
I mean, yes, I will, over the course of the voyage, be charming and persuasive, preferably persuasive, and try and get her to stick with me, and together we can do something.
Okay, so she goes, storming off when you say that you're securing the chests. She goes back to her quarters, obviously, to plot, and you'll totally have her for dinner conversation later, as you can totally do the creepy Pirates of the Caribbean thing of, eat the apple, tell me how it tastes.
Can we get some... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we get some medical care for our new guy and for the and for Oregon? His butt,
sure,
Harpies?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First there's an outbreak of crabs, then it's harpies. You guys seriously need to stop sleeping around.
As you guys, you're back on deck and you're kind of looking at the spoils of the seagoing journey. There is everybody's coming clean with what they found, right?
I got a crab. And 8 coppers.
I'm totally showing everybody that I got a very cool fancy pipe and a bunch of gems in a bag with one that looks kind of very cool.
And as you totally open that bag and see it's got the gems that are worth 100 gold each, in the daylight it glints and shines. Captain, do me a favor. Give me 2 Arcana rolls real quick.
Sure. Sorry. Where's my Arcana? There it is. Wow.
Damn! So, with your magical investigation, you totally know that the super cool pipe is totally a pipe of remembrance. It is a common wondrous item that this long, delicate wooden pipe features a bowl made from smooth river stone. When the pipe is lit, smoke exhaled from it does not dissipate, instead lingering around the bear. After 10 minutes, the smoke forms moving shapes that react to the bear's most impressive and heroic achievements for 5 minutes. When this realistic performance is complete, the smoke dissipates, and the pipe cannot be used that way again until the next dawn.
That's a cool pipe.
And then on top of that, when you look at the glowing blue gem that he shows you, you totally figure out that it is a elemental gem. And when you look at it, you realize this gem has power. And for the elemental gem, the gem contains a mote of elemental energy. When you use an action to break the gem, an elemental is summoned as if you had cast the Conjure Elemental spell. The gem's power is lost, but the type of elemental that can be returned, and it is blue, which is an air elemental.
Ah.
So basically, it's a one-shot summoning of an air elemental that will follow your orders.
For how long?
I believe it is. Let me pull it up real quick. Elemental gem. Conjure elemental. The spell. Conjure elemental is good for, normally it's a 1 minute casting time, but it is only instantaneous to break it. Its concentration up to 1 hour. The elemental is friendly to you and your companions for the full duration. And you roll initiative for the elemental all on its own, so it's separate for you, but it will follow your orders.
Nice.
You never know on a sailing boat, you could use an air elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So is it 9 gems plus the elemental gem?
It is 9 gems plus the elemental gem. So it's
Fantastic.
900 gold in gems.
Awesome. I wrote it all down.
And the 1 gem you can step on or break and, make an air elemental show up.
Just
Or we
do
could
it on accident.
No. So, or we could sell it all and see what we could get for it.
And sadly, you guys think about when you're talking about all the coins you saw there was roughly on the wreckage, I gotta tell you, 14,000 copper pieces.
Let's go back down.
It's not worth it. That many coins that are just fucking copper. Sorry,
copper.
I randomly
Yeah.
rolled on the coinage drop for the entire ship, and it was all copper.
That's why everywhere they went, there was copper.
There was copper coins everywhere.
Is that like
it's because
like 5
it's
silver?
because the police took out the ship. That's why the copper's.
All the dirty copper.
But yeah, that's just equivalent of 140 gold pieces. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
You're not fighting eels and crabs and.
It's not worth pulling up 8 sacks of coins that are only worth 140 gold.
Yeah, that might sink our ship at that.
We fill our ship's ballast with copper coins.
Yeah.
Rocks.
No, thank you. I didn't see the CP at the end. I thought it was gold, and I'm like,
no,
woo!
It's copper coins.
Okay.
And you do see on the horizon a heavy gale is coming your direction.
Yay!
Now the
Some
question is,
decent
with that
weather.
heavy gale and some slight clouds, which direction is the captain thinking of going? As we all have to zoom out because wow, that map's big. Are
I
you heading
mean,
somewhere distant, or are you heading back to Blackwater?
we
That is
will
good.
take the long way back to Blackwater.
Okay, what's the long way? So you're going out, like out to open waters?
Yeah.
Like this way here, and then follow the coastline?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So that way you're avoiding all the trouble you've already passed through?
There, out there, and then there, and then there, and then follow. Yeah.
And then
You know,
hug the
just take.
coastline? That's a good
Just
choice. You're avoiding those trade waters you were already in that had, pirate hunters and other things.
yeah, and it'll give me plenty of time to negotiate with the witch, and it will give plenty of time for her to try to escape. So
Plenty of coastline to get pushed off on.
I'm assuming our captain told us all to watch her closely.
yes, and guard her chests.
Oh, Captain,
Keep her
Marduck.
chests within eyesight.
I'll be staring at her chest the whole time.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm assuming everybody's okay with making a group decision on the loot that I found once we get to the harbor. But what was our reward for doing this mission? I don't remember. I wasn't here for the first.
Your
game.
captain said you'll be taken care of. That's what your captain said, right, Captain?
Yes, that's yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you told the whole crew about the rewards, did you?
I don't think I did.
But you're the captain, so they have to do it anyway.
I mean,
to be a despot captain. Because that's going to be many, many days of journey, especially going the long way.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but I mean, he knew it wouldn't be a speedy. I'm starting to have regrets. Nah, I'm committed.
Yeah,
It's worth it.
We're not going to get a
55
bonus for getting back
hexes.
early or anything.
No.
So 55 hexes. Let me get the calculator up. I ain't doing that much math.
Let's
We'll
take
just
the
have
long,
to-
safer way.
We'll just have to hope that he doesn't think we've betrayed him because we took so long.
So
mean,
it's
no.
technically only 2 weeks, so that's not bad of a trip.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a 2-week trip at that route, so that's not bad.
We've got
And that's if you don't roll amazingly, and implying that you don't roll crappily.
That's less than Gilligan's group was on, right?
No, they were on a 3-day tour.
Oh, that's right.
3-hour
I thought it was 3
tour.
hours.
A 3-hour tour. And yes, there's an incoming gale, so the weather is getting rough.
That's
right.
my kind of weather,
We did
though.
name our ship the SS Man.
Okay, so I think that's definitely a good place to wrap it up. As the Revenant's revenge takes a turn and she keeps sailing the same direction she came and passes the site and says, hang a right. We're going for open water, for speed and for cover as you're heading off into the gale.
What kind of ship are we on, by the way?
It's
A sloop
the
or a
Revenant's
galley?
Revenge in the character ship. It's a clipper, small and fast.
Okay.
Yep. So it's the not one with steam coming out of it in the picture.
But it is a smuggling.
Mm-hmm. Has smuggling compartments and everything. So, I mean, if you
Yeah.
wanted, you could, when you have her busy,
Oh,
stash those steamer chests in the smuggling compartments.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
I mean,
I
look
mean-
how long it took your crew to find them all.
Of course, she'll know wherever we hide them, but still.
What are the
Well, if we
odds
have-
a
Gotta play
witch
the
has
game.
locate object?
If she gets froggy, we can always gag her and try to talk to her too.
Damn, where are we going with that?
No, not that way. She's a mage, right? You got to gag her so she can't do spells, correct?
She's, from what you've been told, she's a seeress, so she's a fortune
Oh.
teller.
Oh, then
But
Yeah.
you're
I'm sorry.
pretty sure she has magic. I mean,
Okay.
the female, the lady satyrs in this area are all usually sea witches of one kind or another.
Hmm.
So we will say this is a good place to wrap it up for the night. And
Yep.
good job, guys. I mean, I feel sad I lost my eels so quickly.
That was awesome.
Scary
That
eels.
was-
The crabs did enough damage to our new guy too. Oh, by the way, what's the
Yeah.
new guy's name?
Yeah.
New guy's name is Stinky Pete.
Again,
Clearly, his
don't
old
have-
friends didn't like him much.
I mean, the undead don't even have a sense of smell, and they thought he was stinky. So
Oh, can I build like a cage for the crab in my galley?
Nice.
If you have access to blacksmithing or carpentry, you totally could. Do you happen to be proficient in either of those?
I am not.
You can totally talk to the ship's carpenter. Remember, your Warcaster is totally a blacksmith. Or, I think he could use bones in his necromancer kit to make it. That's even creepier.
oh,
You put
Okay.
the
You
could just
crab in a
keep it in a
cage
pot.
made of bones, and he cleans the bones as he's, in the cage.
oh, that's kind of cool.
Where do we find our list of skills? Can't
It will
remember.
be underneath your stats. So to the right of your stats is your actual regular skills, and then for your proficiencies, those are underneath your passive perception. So if you
Oh.
have a proficiency in some kind of toolkit, it would be listed there.
Yeah, I got nothing but water vehicles. Sorry, Will, I can't help you.
So you can totally
Yeah.
row a boat and pilot the ship in a pinch, but that's pretty much the only skill sets you have besides the regular skills.
Okay.
Anybody
just
can
thought I'd-
try anything, it's just that you don't have a bonus to try it.
Well, we've got 14 days. I think as a group we can get Will healed up from his butt and lip attacks and and build some kind of a makeshift cage, right?
Yep, you could totally get the crew to work together on that. We now have a mascot crab for the ship. And the
Which
three
proves
living
we're
crew
tough.
The three living crew members are happy because now there's a pet you won't want to let die by, some kind of crazy necrotic thing.
My mice are like pets. I mean, I
I
kill
mean-
them.
They're happy with those too because they're living and they're consumed by the dead.
Yeah, but how do they feel that we like the crab better than them?
Ooh, that's dark.
Especially
That's
since
not true.
the only reason the crab came with us is because it stabbed me and just happened to get pulled up on the rope.
It now has Stockholm syndrome. It's now your bestest friend forever.
So, guys, I want you guys to think about. I know the treasure I found. I think it's for all of us, in my opinion. But I think maybe we should think about taking whatever we get for this job, and maybe what we can sell the treasure for, and maybe getting us a better ship. I don't know.
Or at least
That's where my
upgrades for
thought
the
was.
ship.
Yeah, something.
I mean, the gems alone, if you find a good vendor farm, are almost $1,000 right there.
Yeah. So I mean, we got some cash available if we can find buyers for the. I mean, that smoke pipe thing's pretty cool, but I mean, it's got to be worth something, and maybe even sell the gem with the spirit thing or the elemental in it.
Take the gem. I'm not.
I mean,
easy.
I'd love to keep it, but I think selling it and getting a better boat might, maybe we could upgrade to a galley or something like that. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
it's oodles and oodles more cash than that.
Oh,
Or
a galley.
you go hijack one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But
And
one thing I do want you all to do is when you guys deal with this gale storm coming and you do some cool skill rolls, you're going to have a week of downtime, which in D&D they have what they call downtime activities. So I want each of you guys to pick an activity that you do for this week gap montage to see what it is you guys do. You can, if you look in Xanathar's, or even I think it has it listed in the player's handbook, for downtime duties, like you can be making something, or you can be carousing with the crew, or gambling with the crew to make cash, depending on how your role goes. But everybody have at least one downtime activity you want to do while things are chill after you deal with the storm for a week. Now, also remember, if you're stuck on the boat, so it's got to be a downtime activity you can do on the boat.
Okay,
Just throwing
great.
that one out there, so you
Yeah.
have something to look forward to the books. You should have access to a PDF of Xanathar's in the group chat. So totally look up in Xanathar's the downtime activities, and basically it's got stuff like you can go carousing and make friends if you roll well. If you roll poorly, you made enemies. Don't want to do that on a small boat. You can go gambling to make money off fellow sailors, because you can always gamble with each other. You can make
We've got the
something.
live guys too.
Yeah, you do have the living guys. You can make something. You can go, salvaging while you're out there. You're looking for stuff in the ocean. All kinds of different downtime activities you can do on the boat that are just cool boat things.
Awesome. Homework. Great. Thank you.
Homework.
Yep.
And I'll totally put it in the chat here for pick a downtime activity. ... So that way there's a reminder. Because we'll totally have to deal with that gale storm that's coming, and then there'll be like a week of smooth sailing.
Nice.
And maybe harpies.
Okay.
and maybe harpies.
Sometimes you get harpies.
Yeah,
First you got crabs, then you get harpies.
we got
Well, we are pirates.
It's an
we got
STT
Bontivia, and
face.
she has a crossbow with sharpshooter ability, so we're set for the harpies, I think.
Yeah.
And the sad part is the harpies will only go for the 6 living things on your crew.
Not my crab.
The harpy's going for the crab and the mice. Stop it!
The good news is harpies are not undead.
That is true.
Oh,
One-
he can
Yeah.
scare them. Oh, but
One-
the crit, would the shipmates run away if you did your scary face thing?
They are not undead, so yes, the mice, the crab, and the 3 living crewmates will have to make their saves. On the plus side, they're in cages, so it's not like they can run away much.
Well, the 3 living crew hopefully aren't in cages, but we'll see.
As
And
all
the
you hear is
Seeress,
a series of
Seeress-
splashes.
the Seeress is
She's
alive
alive as
also,
well,
right?
yep.
So that's 4
Oh.
plus the pets.
Yeah, but she wants to get off the boat at some point, so that'll totally work for her. She jumps off and starts swimming away in the opposite direction. Let's hope there's land this way.
You guys are killing me.
Don't die. Get better and don't die.
Oh, I'm better. I'm gonna get the last of this out of my chest. I got one of those it's not an inhaler, but it's I forgot what it's called. You're supposed to. It's a breathing treatment thing to do for it, so it's helping.
Nebulizer.
Yes, the nebulizer. Thank you. This was a great night, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I will see.
Yeah.
I got to be up at 5 a.m. So that's a few hours from now.
That's regrettable, but you know, if you're gonna stay up all night, it might as well be for D&D, right?
Yeah, I got to take my sister in for a medical appointment. So.
Oh no. Well, in that case, make sure you pump up the vitamin C and the zinc, and mask up just in case. Because if you were compromised, your immune system is still working just to get you healthy, let alone catching something else at a hospital.
Oh no, she's getting a shot in her spine, so it won't be like that.
If it has a waiting room, do it.
Yeah, I will. Thank you, sir. I'll talk to you guys next time. Okay.
All right. Have a good
All
night,
right.
guys.
Yep.
All right.
Good night.
Night.